God, just when I think I get everything straightened out, it ain't. So, guys, you are at Real Life and Law. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, fellas. Not, not good. Thank you, fellas. Sorry about that. Little bit late. Let's talk about you guys. I hope we are up and running. A little bit of technical difficulty here, guys. Let's get after it and make sure that we are up and running. Um, if you are on any of my streaming platforms, please let me know. It doesn't take much, guys, to tell me that you're here. Tap, share, follow, subscribe, guys. And this is your program. I'm going to remind you again, it is your program. I am here to try to inform and entertain. That's always the thing. Let me get us set up. I think we're good. That looks good. We're all ready to roll. I hope. Y'all have to let me know that we're up and running. I hope. I don't see myself on the TikTok. Or let me see if I'm live on my YouTube channel. Guys, if you see me on YouTube, give me a shout out. If you see me on FB, give me another shout out. This is your program, fellas. Your program. Your program. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's. Thank you, Sue. Where are you hearing me from, Sue? Are you on my TT or are you on Facebook or TikTok? I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. It is a little different when I am on this streaming. All right, guys. For some reason, it ain't showing. Hi, guys. Hi, Samson. How are you doing? Guys, let's talk a little bit. I'm going to sit around for the next hour or so, talk about you. I'm going to drink my drink this morning. Can you all hear me loud and clear? Somebody, I'm doing a mic check. Check, 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 check. Guys, there's a lot happening today. There's a lot happening in the world. I'm not talking about politics, but I will shed a little light on the subject, at least what I know. I don't get into political debates or arguments here. I mostly want to use my platform to talk about real life stuff that affect you. Real life. It's the name of my program. Real Life and Law. Most of the stuff going on, with the exception of the stuff that's going on today, and that has been going on for the last couple of weeks. Most of the stuff that goes on in the national and international news don't really affect us. Um, you know, but now this Iran thing affects us. We could talk about Tiger Woods. We could talk about just about anything. I'd rather talk about your issues. That's what this platform is for, guys. I am a licensed attorney. I'm a certified addiction counselor. What's up, Bob?
I don't think you can hear the TikTok comments.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. My Tickfinity. Yeah. Thank you very much. Shoot, I thought I had it all. I'm on my FB and YT, so let me fix that. That's got to come through tick, my Tickfinity.
Okay.
Thank you, baby.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Tiger should got a driver, and the bullshit that he was talking about as to why he don't have a driver didn't hold much water for me. And you know, so let me see if I can pull this up. I've got to get my. Here we go. Here it is. I think I've got my TT comments coming through here in about 2 seconds. 2 seconds. If you have a medical card, what's up, Kevin? What's up, Sue? Ah, I got everything. Yeah, Tiger Woods don't mean much. You know what? If I'm gonna stream on the platform, let me educate you a little bit. I'm using a program called Restream. I'm using a, platform called Restream, and it allows me, believe it or not, through the miracle of the internets, it allows me to stream on 3 platforms simultaneously, and for those of you that live over on Island Creek, simultaneously means at the same time. So, yeah. So, I am streaming on more than one platform, but yeah, thank you very much. I'm actually on 3 different platforms. So, there you go. Thank you guys. I can hear everybody's comments, I think. I don't know how I'm playing on I don't know how I'm playing on FB or TT, but or you can go to my link on any of my platforms. I have a link. You can click on it. There's a button that says book a call. So, guys, this is your platform. If you've got a question, you can ask it. I have a I have a doctor's appointment today. What's up, Cher? How are you doing this morning? And if you have a really urgent question, maybe you can call. I might invite you up to call. That's always fun for everybody. I I would have to charge you just to check over your paperwork. I'd have to charge. What's up? Thank you for the mic check on the FB. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, this is an old school Superman. I bought it at a estate sale. This Superman is probably about 30 years old. Thank you, Richard T. And thank you for that. It took me a while to put together my backdrop, but got me little twinkly lights. Hope you all approve. People tell me it's a little tacky, but I kind of like it. Or I'm a little bit tacky. I'm a hillbilly. Hillbillies are a little bit tacky. Thank you, Cher. A lot of history with landlords and tenants. I have drafted many landlord tenant contracts. I've represented people that have been evicted. I have never represented a landlord, though. Never. I've advised some landlords on how to draft their leases, but I've never represented a landlord against a tenant. There are some good landlords, but there's a lot of shitty landlords out there. Someone just said in the chat that they've had second DUI in 3 years. Is that normal? That's a real stupid question. It is not normal. Sound like to me you got a decision-making problem or a substance use issue. I'd probably go seek help for the substance use problem. When you get it under control, your decision making will probably be better. Sorry, you probably didn't want to hear that, but you know, I just had to tell you. It ain't normal to have one DUI. We are not doing group today, or Anna's doing group today, but I'm not doing it on a live. No, I'm not rude. I'm just telling you what I'm not rude, but if you've got 2 DUIs in 3 years, something is wrong. That's not being rude. That's just telling you the damn facts. You got a problem. You asked me if it was normal. In my opinion, it is not normal. Yeah, you get 2 DUIs in 3 years, you're a menace. I would consider you a menace. You're a menace. You're a menace. Handwritten Someone in the chat wants to know if handwritten wills are legal. They are, but they have to adhere to certain qualifications set out by your particular state. I would stay away from a handwritten will. If you think you can just write a handwritten will and it be good, that's crazy talk. If your stuff is important, if the stuff you're going to leave people is important, and the people that you're leaving behind to get that stuff is important to you, spend a few $100 on a damn lawyer and get it done. So that way you can rest in the afterlife and know that your stuff is going to get handled properly. If you do a handwritten will, there are 1,000 different ways you can attack a handwritten will. Go to a lawyer for the love of God. You can do handwritten wills. Thank you, Anna. I missed that. 3 years probation. Oh, Okay, the penalty, let me get that first, Anna, and I'll get to the thank you, Anna, for that. Is 3 years probation appropriate for a second offense DUI? I think if you're offered 3 years probation, you need to take that and run. You're happy, you ought to be happy, you ought to be kissing that prosecutor's ass for not wanting to put your ass in jail for 3 years. If you got 3 years probation, you need to kiss your lawyer's ass, and then you need to go kiss that prosecutor's ass. I believe that's a good deal for you. Now, someone in the chat wants to know how do you get the best way to get your deposit back from a landlord. So getting your deposit back from a landlord starts before you leave the premise. You should videotape or take pictures of every room in that house. In fact, way before you leave the premises, when you get into that facility, when you get into that apartment, or when you get into that house, you should take a picture or take a video of every room before you occupy it. You should take pictures of that and then put it away. Then when you leave, take the same pictures, the same rooms, so that way you can document any problems. That way you can document any holes in the wall or any stains on the carpet. Uh, because that security deposit, most landlords will take that security deposit. If you followed the lease, if you gave them notice, and if you left the place as you found it, my personal opinion, you should be leaving the place better than when you found it. So if you do all of those things, you should be able to get your deposit back. You should be able to get your deposit back if you do all those things. But now, and sometimes you have to sue the landlord in small claims court because they're going to claim that you left too early, you didn't agree, you didn't abide by the lease or the rental contract. They're going to say that you made holes in the wall. They're going to say you screwed up the place. You got to protect yourself. And the way to do that is to get video, picture evidence, take someone with you so that they can serve as a witness as to how the place looked when you left. So whether or not you get the deposit back depends on how well you do before you occupy the place and after you occupy the place. That's a big deal because them landlords will absolutely screw you if you ain't careful. There's a lot of bad landlords and there's a lot of shitty tenants. They can Thank you, Donna. I'm still rocking the corduroy. I'm rocking the corduroy. I guess it's okay to wear corduroy until the summer officially starts. Doesn't matter if it's a slumlord. If the land, if you if they tell you they're getting ready to sell the place, you got to go. Now, sometimes if you have a lease, they may have to buy you out. You got a lot more rights with a lease than you do with just a regular month to month tenancy. So if you have a lease and they tell you they're going to sell the building, they either have to give you enough time, they got to wait, or they got to pay you for that lease. That lease works both ways. If they break the lease, they're going to have to pay you for the remainder of that time. So I've dealt with that in the hospital bought a building that I rented off of, and they bought it in June and they wanted me out. And I told them to kiss my ass. I'll get out when I get ready to get out. I had a lease until September. It was June when they notified me that they were selling the building. I said, "Yeah, I got a lease." And so they allowed me to stay there until I got ready to leave. You know, a lease is What's up, Signore? My granddaughter made this cake, so I'm going to eat me a little bit of cake this morning. I was going to have me some. I gave up raisin bread for Lent, and so I had a piece the other day, but I've got a loaf of it in there. But I thought I'd eat on this cake. This is my breakfast. Oh gosh, damn! I had grapes too. I wanted my grapes. Dag nabbit. I'm gonna take a commercial break, guys, and get my grapes. Hold on a second. You asking? Big John, what do you think a war crime is, Big John? It's a crime committed during war. It goes against generally the Geneva Convention and all that other crap. No, they're probably not going to let you off early on that DUI. If I was a prosecutor, I wouldn't let you off early. You got a second offense DUI in 3 years. Something is horribly wrong with you. Now, let me tell you what I would do if I was you. I would show that prosecutor that you have sought to get help for that DUI. If you do that, then they might consider. If I was a prosecutor and you came to me to want to get off early, I would. And if two people came to me with the same situation, two DUIs in a matter of 3 years, and one of them hadn't done anything during that probation time, and they filed a motion to get off early, and the other person went to treatment, went to counseling, had a certificate of completion, I would be more inclined to get that person off probation early. The one that went out and done a little bit extra, you got to get a little extra. If you get a little extra, do a little bit extra. Doesn't matter. Second DUI doesn't matter. You do a little bit of extra. You come to the prosecutor. That prosecutor may well let you off early, but I would come to the table with a little bit extra. It's always good to have a little extra. That sucks for your ex. If that happens, I would cut those visitations. Love a little extra. When I was in school, we was on free lunch, and we were real poor. I didn't shit in an inside bathroom till I was about almost 17, and real skinny little kid. And when I go through the lunch line, I had free lunch. When I go through the lunch line, them old lunch ladies they would always say to me, "Would you like to have some extra?" And I love the word extra. Every time I went through that line, them old ladies were trying to fatten me up, and they were giving me extra taters. They would give me extra everything. And I love extra. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit extra. That's the way they'd say it too. Would you like to have some extra, honey? Let's see. Yeah, give me some extra. Extra. Now I'm trying to get into these grapes. That's the way we say it in the mountains. Extra. It's more than just Southern. It's the mountains. It's hillbilly talk. Extra. Extra. Sorry for the rattling of the paper, guys. I'm gonna fix this once and for all. Politician, where the fuck that come from? Extra, baby. Hillbilly Days in about 2 weeks. I'm trying to rehab my ankle so I can run in that race. There's 2 races coming up in the next month. I'm trying to get my ankle ready for. Get after it, Montana. Get that work. Let's get after it, fellas. I'm trying to cut about 10 more pounds. I gained about 20 pounds over the past 4 or 5 months over the winter, and it sucks. I'm still running, I'm still exercising, but I just gotta cut the calories. Um, so I'm just eating a little sliver of cake here. I got some chocolate cake. I can't stand that thing of Dollywood, the Hatfield McCoy. I wouldn't be able to tolerate it. And I'm gonna tell you, if you really want to look, Kevin Costner did a really good treatment on the Hatfield McCoys in his little he had a little mini series. It was very well done. It was historically accurate. Kevin Costner does a really good job on those things. I don't eat much bread. I'm having me some cake right here, but I don't eat much bread. There's a lot of stuff out there about the Hatfield McCoys, and Kevin Costner's thing is the best. I'm a huge Kevin Costner fan. Tin Cup. I don't like golf, but he did a really good job in that movie. Field of Dreams is absolutely fabulous. Um, yeah, he's very good at what he does. I love Field of Dreams. It just gives me the chills every time I watch it. That's one of those movies when I no, that feud's not going on. That's one of those movies that when you first there's 2 movies that if I run across them, no matter what platform I'm looking at, if I run across it, Field of Dreams is one that I will stick on, and Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman is an amazing movie. It's really long, but it is very good. So when I run across that movie, I'm mesmerized. I have to watch it. I've probably seen it 50 times. But, Field of Dreams, just absolutely amazing story. It's an amazing story. I didn't like Dances with Wolves, but you know, didn't really much care for it. But now he's good at what he does. I had my two grandbabies in last night. They're in there with Grana. Got my tea, got my grapes, got some cake, got some extra hot water. But it is does not get any better than that. I got my Zip Fizz. I'm going to drink me a bunch of liquids. Trying to hydrate today. I sweat a shitload this morning. Yeah, one of them's huddled up with her on a recliner. The other one's stretched out on the couch. And I've been up since 4:30. Salute. Me and my wife showed up in Lexington yesterday. We was 26 hours early for our doctor's appointment. I got my days all screwed up. Yeah. No, I got a lot of stuff to do. Sandra? No, not my son's kids. My daughter's kids. I have 10 grandchildren. Oh boy, I had some bacon. I've got to get this weight down. So today is I'm going to do a calorie deficit day today. What's up inside? Every now and then you should cut 2 or 3 days a week. You should do a calorie deficit day. When I exercise, I try to get into a calorie deficit. No, you're wrong. Anna does not have kids. Elizabeth and Allie have kids, and Eugene has kids. Anna does not have kids. She has a dog. Anna's still raising me. Anna and Marianne are still raising me, so they got their hands full. Yeah, they got their hands full raising me still. I'm going to ask you not to ask me anymore about my son. Let's do that. That's off limits. I will not entertain those questions. It's complicated. Inside zone, it's going well. I'm having a good time this morning. Got my corduroy on. It's not too late for corduroy, is it? Devils, Devils, I'm gonna ask you one more time, and you're gonna be out of here. I'm not tolerating it. Don't ask me any more questions. No, they don't listen well. You can find all you need to know on this. You can find out all you need to know by looking on the internet. I love him. I love him. We just don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. So, you know. That's the way it works sometimes, you know. If you got more than one child, you understand that. And maybe you even got one child that you don't get along with. Thank you, Wendy. Yep. Once you take the training wheels off of them, you ain't got no control. And sometimes when you take the training wheels off, they ain't got no control. Thank you, Wendy. I try to be. I've always been a good I've always conducted myself and my life so that way my kids be proud of me. Now, have we always seen I have never done anything on purpose to my kids, but I've always been and I think a lot of conflict with all of my kids at any one time is that I've always been free to tell them what I believe. Now, sometimes my advice has been unsolicited, but sometimes as a parent, you have to give unsolicited advice. Now, if they don't take it, that's fine with me. I honestly don't care, but I feel my job as a parent, your job as a parent, is to tell your kids what you believe is correct. Now, they ain't always gonna follow it, and that's okay, but at least you have given them information, and I don't just critique, I give information. I will tell my kids why I believe what I believe and how maybe they can correct what I think they need to be corrected. I don't just fuss at them. I try to explain to them why, the why. If you explain the why, you're all right. And then if they get mad, they get mad. Hopefully they love you and they'll come back and recognize that you gave it that advice with good intentions. That's what you do. And I hope that when I'm not breathing anymore, that they're going to be respecting that. So that's what you do. You just say it and move on. You don't fester. I do a lot of personal injury. I do a lot of personal injury. Yes. If you've had an automobile accident, I get 20%. 20%. That's it. Just 20%. If you've had a wreck and you were hurt, I'm also working with the Mark Lanier Law Firm. Guys, l- look up, guys. You do not call me. Don't call me unless I ask you to call me. Look up Mark Lanier. You'll see that he's the best trial lawyer in the country. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Look at his page. He does a lot of stuff. Asbestos litigation. If you've been injured because of asbestos exposure in the workplace, I'm your guy. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, it's a horrible cancer. I'm your guy. If you've worked in the automotive industry, if you're working as a demolition contractor, you may have been exposed to asbestos. We can help you if you get diagnosed with cancer because of asbestos. Johnson and Johnson, they did that big Johnson and Johnson litigation and got, I think, $3.5 billion for their client. I don't have court today. They just wrapped up a huge, and I mean huge, social media trial. They had Meta and Google on trial and got a large multi-million-dollar settlement for a lady. If you're under the age of 25 and you believe you've been harmed by social media and you can prove that you have an addiction, if you can prove that you've been treated for it, if you've got a diagnosis for depression or anxiety, one of those other mental illnesses because of an addiction issue, if you can prove that you logged several hours of social media a day, I believe we can help you. If you send me an email, put social media in the subject. If you've been uh, diagnosed with some type of cancer related to asbestos exposure, stick it in the subject line. Say asbestos. Send me an email. If you've had a car wreck, I do 20%. 20%. Tell your friends. That means you get to put a shit ton more money in your pocket. If you've had a wreck, it wasn't your fault. I'm your guy. But otherwise, guys, I use this platform here to help people get their asses out of a crack. I try to give people information and they ain't going to get anywhere else. There is no other lawyer that is as qualified as I am to do what I'm doing right here on this platform. No other lawyer is qualified like I am. I'm a certified addiction counselor. I'm a certified family court mediator. I'm a certified school teacher and counselor, mental health counselor. There is nobody, and I mean this, and I'm not bragging, I'm just giving you facts. There is no other lawyer that has the experience, training, and education that I do to deliver the information that I deliver on this platform. You might call that bragging. I'm just calling it the truth. And I try to give information to people. So, what I ask everyone to do, if you like what I'm doing, find a way to follow me, subscribe, look at my merchandise page. Let me show you something since talking about merchandise. Let's look here, guys. Cool. Right there. There's my cup. Get this and put it on your desk. I got a t-shirt that's got this on. It's a big selling. More information is better than less information. And so what I try to do here is give you information. Sometimes you might not like the form that it takes, but I'm going to give you some information. If you ask a question, I'm going to give you the answer based on my education, training, and experience. That doesn't mean I'm your lawyer, because I ain't your lawyer. I can be if you want to pay me. I don't have one that says book a damn call. I should add one. Everyone asks me, but I've got this one. This is on a shirt. I mean, you got to put this on a shirt. I've had some people who belong to bikers clubs and they bought this and they do their biker rides with this shirt on. I've got one that says you can't touch this without a warrant. Also another good hoodie. It's still hoodie weather, guys. Go to my page, check out my merch. Find a way to support, fellas. I do take tips. If you want to give me a tip, if you want to call me, send me a tip and we'll call. It's not $79, but if you've got an issue right now and you want to kind of discuss it a little bit, you can buy me a cup of coffee through my app. I have a What's up, little bit? I am doing a-okay. Thank you, little bit in the chat. Thank you. Guys, if you're looking in on me on YT, give me a shout out. If you're looking in on me from FB, give me a shout out. I like to know. Guys, this program is driven by you. You don't ask me questions. We're just going to sit here and look at each other like we ain't got no sense. So give me a holler. Give me a holler, holler, holler. I'm going to go through 2 cups of tea here. I'm about ready to refuel here. Thank you, Sandra. I think I'm about done with my grapes. I'm going to set them aside. If I eat too many grapes, my belly's going to bother me. $1 makes me holler. Of course, you can't buy nothing with $1 anymore, but I'll take $1 if you want to buy me a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but if you give me one of those, I've got that app that with that dollar sign on it. You can't say it here, but there's an app with a dollar sign on it, and I have that. You can send me $1 or $2. I would appreciate that donation. That would be fine. Guys, these creators on here, on these channels, most of them, now I don't do this for money. I do like the referrals. I make my money on referrals. When you give me a referral, I'm tickled. It tickles the shit out of me. But when I'm on here, my views and stuff like that, I get a fair amount of views on my content, depending on the subject that I choose to talk on. But um, some of these creators, if you have a creator you really like and they have quit their job to do social media creation and you really like it, give them a donation. You know, every now and then drop a donation. On some of these platforms, you can pay for a subscription. That's always a big deal. If you're on my YouTube channel, load up some of my videos and listen to them. Put it in your pocket and listen to it in the course of your day. I have to have 3,000 or 4,000 hours of watch time to monetize my YouTube channel. So help me out. It's going to take a while. I've got almost 1,000 right now. So help a brother out. Help a brother out. Again, this channel doesn't mean much, guys, if y'all ain't participating. So I'm just looking at listening to the TV in the background. Tap, 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 share and follow, fellas. Subscribe. You all are extra quiet today. And yeah, you know what? That truce will last. And if it don't, we got plan B. It needed to be done. Should have been done a long time ago. And I know people don't like it. And I'm not a war person. I do not like war. I'm just going to tell you. I think our ass need to be out of every country where we have a troop. But this needed to be done. That group of people over there in Iran have held the entire world by the short hairs for 50 years. And I'm sorry, gas prices are a little high, but that's a small price to pay for the future. If this is done correctly, we will never have to worry about that group of people again. The rest of the world won't either. And you notice the only people fussing about our involvement over there are our own people. The people over there in the Gulf, they love it because they know Iran has been a pain in their ass. The Europeans ain't helping us. And I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Trump has a long memory. Opening up the straits helps everybody else. It don't really help us. We don't get much of our oil from there. I think we get maybe 2% of our oil from there. The fertilizer is another issue, but our farmers, I saw a fella gave a report the other day. Our farmers are good right now with the fertilizer. We get about 10% of our fertilizer from that area. So we're good. The rest of the world needs that to be open, not us. So it needed to be done. And he just happened to have the nuts to do it. And I don't like war. I hate it. Don't like it. I'm more of a protectionist. I agree with Rand Paul when it comes to the war. A lot of people hate Rand Paul, but I like him. I don't think we should be. I don't. Oh yeah, FAFO baby, for sure. And the only reason, and anybody, you can yap and do whatever you want to, but the only reason this will work is because those people, and I'm saying it this way, those people over there in that country, they have never had a United States president that has meant what he said. Now, you call him crazy, whatever you want. I don't care what you call him. I don't particularly like him all the time. I like him about half the time. But when he went over there and busted those big bunker buster bombs. When he did that, that sent a signal. When he did what he did in Venezuela, that sent a signal. And when he went over there and he's been wiping their ass, cleaning their clock for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that sent a big signal. They know that this man means business. And the only reason they even agreed to do what they're doing now is because they know he ain't screwing around. And that's how we got to this place. Had we not done all those other things, they wouldn't have cared. Most of those people only respond to force. Peace through strength. When you advocate peace through strength, sometimes you got to use the strength part. Most most people don't have the stomach for the strength part, and that's unfortunate, but it'll be over. Prices will go down, and then there'll be people that will fuss at him for something else. What's up, Twyla? But I'm just looking at it logically, and I like some of his policies. I don't like some of his policies, but what he has done on the border, what he has done, interest rates are falling. I mean, the price of eggs are down. Everybody, a year and a half ago, people's hair was on fire for the price of eggs. So, and I say the egg thing because they always pick on something. Something ain't going to be right. The price of gas is high, but it ain't as high as it was under the last administration at certain points. At certain points, we were almost paying $5 a gallon. So, you know, uh, if I have to pay $4.50 a gallon for a little bit, I'm happy to do it so we don't have to worry about those people the rest of my life. Yes. Yes. He's got good people around him, and they are. Now, I didn't like Pam Bondi. I don't like her. You know, I just didn't much care for her. The lady, the Christy Nome, didn't like her. I thought she was in over her skis. Um, I didn't like her. Don't like Pam Bondi. I thought she was a lot of show and no go. Uh, I'm not a big fan of his press secretary, Caroline Levitt. The best press secretary I have ever seen is that one he had in his first administration. That chick is brilliant. She is a stone cold, brilliant advocate. I love her. A user, why don't you get out of here, baby? Sorry for you. Yeah, that's the same. What? Use something else, user. Someone on TT. Why don't you come at me with something else, user? No, Sarah. No, not Sarah Huckabee. She was a little bit lackluster. Kaylee McEnany. She is the best press secretary I've ever seen. She was prepared. She knew her shit. When she walked in that press room, she owned it. There's been no better press secretary than her. Thank you, user. You're the best. Love you, TikTok user. Or you're on YT. Thank you. She was the bomb. She was the goat and still is. I would have her advocate for me any day. Any day. So, but you got to have good people around you. And I think he's got good people. Again, there's some I don't like. I don't think they're up to the challenge. She got in over her skis. The Pam Bondi got in over her skis during this Epstein bullshit when she came out and guaranteed that she had the data. User, you're the best user. Guys, we got the YouTube user here. Y'all go on over to YouTube and let's have some fun with Miss User, whoever you are. You got user for a reason on your name. You're closeted for some reason. I don't know why you just calling yourself user. Get yourself a name. Come on over to YT, fellas, and help me out with user. User is really smoking it today. Love it, user. You're the best. You are the best. But I won't let you dominate. Just have a listen, user. If you've got a real question, I'll answer your question. If all you're going to do is do that, I'm just going to ignore the hell out of you. Guys are good at ignoring shit. Uh, I'll just ignore them because that's always better. Sometimes you just ignore somebody, they get angry. But now, user, honestly, if you've got a question, user, I'll entertain it. Good job, user. You're the best. You are the best. Get you another little cup of that haterade. Haterade. Love it. That Jared Kushner, I like him. I think he's a good fella. I think he has been the linchpin in a lot of this stuff. I think he's done a good job. I think he's good at what he does. Man, I will tell you, in his cabinet, I think the best person in his cabinet is Marco Rubio. He could not have done what he's doing but for Marco. Marco is unbelievable. Now, I don't care what political side you're on, but Marco Rubio is the cat's ass. He's truly good at what he does. He's the best one he has in that cabinet. Now, I like RFKJ, but he's a little nutty. I don't have any lies and misinformation, user, but thank you for that. If you don't have anything constructive other than criticism, I ain't got no use for you. Yeah, I truly like him. He's a he's a professional. Pete Hegseth, not a fan. He's too much of a he's in your face too much. I get all the bravado, I get all the man stuff. I just don't like it out there in your face. You can be strong without being yappy. He's a little too yappy for me. I mean, that's just my own personal opinion. I think he's good at what he does. I I just think um I just think he yaps a little too much. But again, that's my own personal preference. Um, you know, it bothers me when he gets out there and talks all that macho bullshit. Thank you guys. Thank you for the help over there on YT. Well, you haven't gotten any facts. You user, you haven't given me any facts. You're just trying to say bullshit about me. There is no facts coming from you. You're just criticizing everything I say, no matter what I say. That's okay, but you ain't. Oh, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. My best. Thank you, Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? How's the recovery going, my brother? Questions, questions, fellas. Questions, questions, guys. Thank, thank, thank you, Kathy. Where you talking from, Kathy? Where you at, Kathy? Are you on my FB or TT or where you at? Yeah, man. Keep grinding it out, Anthony, buddy. I'm with you, man. I know what it's like. Keep grinding it out, my brother. Follow the doctor's orders and then do a little extra. Get up, move around, follow the orders, and a little extra. Guys, thank you for the morning. I appreciate it. I'm going to hang in here on this platform for another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to transfer just to my TT platform. I want to get on here and try to build my YouTube channel, fellas, my YouTube and Facebook. Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm going to be here. I might change to Fridays too, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings at 7 o'clock for about an hour and a half. So that way you all get used to me being over here. If you all flood the zone over here on my YT page, thank you very much. Thank you for that on FB. Thank you very much. I'm trying to build up all this, guys. So my schedule, tell your friends on those platforms that I'm here and we're going to have some fun. Haven't had a phone call yet, but I haven't heard anything that I think you all be interested in. I don't, when someone calls in, I don't have calls in on politics. I don't do that. Um, but life issues, your issues, you want to talk about starting a business, family law issues, divorce, child custody, I'm your guy. What kind of car accident, little bit? Did you get a lawyer? You don't, I mean, it doesn't matter that they cited him. That's good for your case if you have personal injury. You need a quadro. Your dearly departed. First off, I'm sorry that your husband is no longer with us. Eh, Most lawyers hate doing quadros. Are you hurt a little bit? Did you go to the doctor? You got problems? I mean, I could work that out. If you don't already have a lawyer, I could work it out for you. If you've been injured and you had insurance, I can help you. If he didn't have insurance, it's going to be tough for you. To do that quadro, listen, let me give you a good piece of advice for the quadro since it's because your husband passed. I would call up the insurance company where his pension was. You call them up. If you've been appointed administrator, ask them, tell them that you are entitled to receive his benefits. Ask them if you could have a blank copy. Now, sometimes if you're a lawyer, this is what I do as a lawyer. I call up the company and I say, "Hey, give me a redacted copy of your quadro." A lot of times I've never been turned down. They'll give me a copy of the quadro. I'll fill it out because all those quadros are different. Every company has a different form. You get their form, you fill it out, and you turn it in. Usually takes a month or so to get a quadro. And it depends on you. I don't know if you're entitled. I don't know if you're an administrator over the estate. That's something you need to know. It's hard. You need to get a lawyer involved. Get a lawyer involved. You might have to pay them. I could help you, but I'd have to charge you for my time. A quadro is a qualified. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's something. It's something. It's something you get. Something you get. Who is this?
This is a little bit.
Oh, little bit. Sorry, baby. What's going on? You had the car wreck, right?
Yes, remember on February 27th, I told you I got rear-ended at a stoplight.
Yes. So
And
what state are you
he-
in? Well, tell me what state you're in. I've forgotten.
Missouri.
Oh, okay. Show me, right? Show me.
Okay, I filed a police report. I went and got an estimate. I have been to the doctor, still doing doctor's appointment. I made a claim on his insurance because he said he was covered. Get this, he was covered, but the insurance card, he wanted me to file it under a different vehicle, which was a Cadillac. And I told him, no, I was driving a yellow.
Who said that?
The guy that rear-ended me at the stoplight.
He wanted you to put it under another car he had?
Yes, he said he was covered. I got a picture of his insurance card. Got a picture of.
Well, hold on. Has the insurance company reached out to you?
I reached out to them.
And what did they?
He wanted me to settle it with him.
Well, yeah,
And I told him no.
that's bullshit. What did the insurance company say to you?
The insurance company told me that they wanted me to file it on my insurance since I'm fully covered, and I told them no, because it was not my accident. He rear-ended me. I didn't rear-end him. He tried to get me to claim insurance fraud.
Well, listen. When you talk to these people, just don't get into any of that bullshit. Just ignore that because it doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter what he tried to do. Just ignore it. Don't.
They put me through the claims department so I could go ahead and start my claim against him.
Oh, right. What's his policy limit? Do you know? Did he have a real active policy?
They didn't tell me anything. All they did after I filed the police report, the officer kind of got nasty with me, and he said he didn't know if the prosecuting attorney would touch it. And I said, yes, you will.
Well, it doesn't. Listen. If you've got a police report, don't make all these people antagonistic because that's not good for your case. Just don't listen. All you need to know, this is all they don't need to, and they probably won't cite him. They probably won't. If they didn't cite him at the scene,
did.
okay, then
They did.
so why are you fussing?
Now I'm wondering what my next step is going to be because I got in touch with them on the 27th of March. I have to wait for physical therapy till May.
Okay, this is what you do, and this is why. Okay, so first off, these things take time. Now, let me tell you
a lot of time.
Well, let me tell you the normal process. If you try to do this yourself, you're going to be leaving money on the table. That's what I'll tell you. Whether you take me or somebody else, you're going to leave money on the table if you try to prosecute this thing yourself. That's the way it works. Even when you factor in someone's fees, you're going to be leaving money on the table. So that's the first thing I'll tell you. Do not try to negotiate with an insurance company on your own. It's just a bad idea. Second thing I'm going to tell you is that they will drag you out. Once they know you don't have a lawyer, they're going to piss around with you. That's just what they do. But what you can do for yourself is get treated, do everything you need to do, start collecting every bill, every statement, every out of pocket money that you've had. Document. Get all of your doctor's reports. And what you will want is itemized statements from your healthcare providers. Itemized statements.
Itemized billing.
Yes. So once you get those and you get treatment. So what were your injuries?
I have severe whiplash, right wrist.
Did you break any bones?
No, we did x-rays. He did x-rays, and now I'm going back to the doctor again today to see how I'm doing.
Okay.
And he said it's going to take several months to get over this.
Well,
it was so severe, I couldn't hardly move my
Did
neck.
you have a concussion, or did they document? Did they do an MRI?
All they did was x-rays. A whole batter of x-rays.
I will tell you, x-rays is not the best diagnostic tool to use if you have severe neck strain, because you could have a pinched nerve, especially if you have tingling or numbness in your shoulders, shoulders and hands. The best diagnostic tool is an MRI.
Okay.
So you probably want to go to your healthcare provider and get an MRI because that will show you everything you need to know. An MRI is the best diagnostic tool. I would stay away from a chiropractor. They generally, if you're looking at litigation, that's not the best. I like chiropractors, but that's just not the best if you're talking about a car wreck. So
he said something about my T4, T5.
Yeah.
In my back.
Yeah, that's
because it went down clear into my left hip and my left leg. And when he hit me, I was just sitting there at the stoplight with my hands on the steering wheel, and I had an automatic reaction because I had my foot on the brake.
Yeah.
And the other one was on the floor. And when he hit me so hard, Eugene, in my Wrangler, that he bounced off the back tire off my tailgate.
Well, all you need really is that police report.
I have it.
If they have admitted liability, which they told you they've admitted liability, I'd be shocked if they told you. They might tell a lawyer, but they ain't gonna tell you.
He can't refuse that because I got him a picture of both vehicles beside the road.
Well, baby, let me tell you. Let me tell you, they can, and they do all the time. If you got to be really careful. I would, because they can say it's not their fault. So you got to look at that police report really closely. It all depends on what the police report says.
I filed the police report because he refused to file one.
All right. So wait a minute. Hold on. So the police officer didn't file a report?
He finally got it filed and got his lieutenant or chief of police had to sign off on it to give it to the prosecutor.
Okay. What does the police report say?
My police report, I described.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, baby. And I'm not getting fussy with you, but you said my police report. What does their police report say?
They have not released that to me. They have released it to the insurance company.
All right. So you need to really so if I'm evaluating that case, because your police report don't matter. I'm just sorry to tell you, it don't matter. Their police report is the one that matters.
Okay.
So you keep talking about your police report, and I'm not getting mean with you. I'm just trying to get you to understand.
Okay. I'm here for the knowledge.
Okay. Your police report don't matter squat.
Okay.
If they gave you're entitled to a copy of that report. You need to sometimes make a written request. I would request that so you can have it. And then that way, then at that point, if you want me to look at it, I'd be happy to. Again, I'm not pressuring you. You do what you need to do, what you feel is in your interest.
No, that's why I called you because he was cited. We have a court date on the 15th. And the officer told me that I probably will be summoned to appear in court.
Well, just appear and tell what you need, but don't get all nutty about it. Just go and listen and answer the questions truthfully. If he was cited, you don't need a citation in order to pursue an injury claim on an insurance. I
don't believe he had insurance on this vehicle
he
rear-ended me with.
Okay.
Because it was a 4-door yellow
Well,
Wrangler.
then if he didn't have insurance, you're screwed unless you have uninsured, underinsured.
I do.
All right.
I do.
Then. All right.
I do.
Okay.
I have a real heavy medical attachment to.
What do you got? What do you got about a $25,000 med pay?
No, I've got $50,000.
Holy cow! Good job. What is your uninsured motorist coverage?
I believe it's up to $50,000 on medical, and I up the value on personal,
bodily injury,
automobile damage.
What about your bodily injury?
It's $50,000 too.
Okay, all right. So get their police report. That's what you need. Your report don't matter anything, really. It don't. And I'm not saying that to be mean. You got to get request a copy. You're entitled to it. Request a copy of the police report. You're entitled to it. So Eugene,
if I have to go fight this, I'm going to hire you.
Well, what do you mean fight? You shouldn't need to fight anything.
Well, because they're giving me the insurance company. I will not say their name because of
Oh,
teaching purposes.
that's fine.
We both have the same insurance company,
Yeah,
and they're kind of wishy-washy about this whole thing.
well,
right now.
baby, let me tell you why. Because you don't have a lawyer, and I'm not being mean. I'm not drumming up business, but these insurance companies know that if you don't have a lawyer, they can dick you around. So that's what they're going to do. So just listen. You don't have to fight nothing. If it wasn't your fault, you just get treated. You collect your medical bills. Take your time and do the best for you as far as your treatment goes. And then after you're done treating, you'll be ready to settle this thing. So I'd be happy to help you, but get that police report.
Okay, I will, and I have to deal with my automobile getting it fixed too.
Right. So that should be an easy fix. If he didn't have insurance, that should be an easy fix. If you've got automobile coverage, they should have already contacted you. Did they not? Did your insurance not already contact you?
Yes, because I had to call them and let them know what happened.
Right. Did they tell you where to take your car, or have they already come by to pick it up?
No, it's mobile. I put it up after the accident. I put it in a storage unit.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
A real bad storm at that weekend after it happened.
Oh, okay.
And because a lot of people are filing for hail damage on their vehicles right now.
Yeah.
Because of that hailstorm. So I put it up that way I wouldn't sustain more damage, and you could.
I got you.
That.
Well, listen, so I wouldn't spend a lot of money on a storage unit if you're doing that. What I would do is ask them to come out and inspect the damage. They should come out. They should have an appraisal, or they should have someone come out and inspect that damage. I would call my insurance company and say, listen, I need you to come by and look at the damage. That way you don't want to spend, what are you paying for storage for that car?
Nothing. We
Oh,
own the business.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're good then. But I would make sure they came out and assessed the damage so they can properly give you an estimate. Okay.
Right. I have one estimate on it, but it was a walk around estimate.
Yeah.
And he told me that the body shop told me that they couldn't give me a full estimate until they got it in there because they can't see the underneath. Like the frame, my lift kit.
Right. Listen, contact your company and ask them if they're going to come out and do an inspection.
Because it's not total. Well, it just needs to be fixed.
Almost always they'll have somebody come out and take a look at it. But if you already have done that on your own personal thing, that's fine. But let them come out because their estimate might be higher than what the other fella does. And now there'll be some negotiation on that. Sometimes, these insurance, even though it's your insurance, not going to want to pay a lot. So get them to come out and verify the damage. Okay. That should have already been done.
They haven't done that yet because they're waiting to see. My insurance agent has been in contact with his insurance agent, and they're not releasing any kind of information because it's in the claims department.
Baby, this is why I'm telling you, I do a lot of this. It's crazy. No, it's not that crazy. Your company should have already come out and assessed that damage. It ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with the other party. If they don't have insurance, then that's the end of the matter. There shouldn't even be any negotiation. So you get your insurance company to come out and tell them that you're not driving that car until they come out and take a look at it.
Okay, I can do that too.
Okay, do that. Get that police report. And then if you want me to help you negotiate this stuff, give me a holler, okay?
I sure will.
All right,
man.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day, Eugene.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Yeah, these insurance companies. What's up? I love you.
I love you.
Give me a kissy. I'll be off here in a minute and I'll fix us some breakfast. Would you like to have some eggs? Get you eggy? I don't have any oatmeal. All right. Fix your eggies.
Did you film my boo boo?
I see your boo-boo. Leave it alone. I love you. You're the best. Go back in there. Yeah, these insurance companies, boy, don't play fair. They do not play fair. Yeah, she's the best. Now I'm gonna eat me a piece of cake, fellas. Pardon me if that offends it. Guys, take a look at my merchandise, guys. Get you one of these cups or a hoodie. I got several of them. Take a look. Get me a little slice of chocolate cake. My other granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, made this cake. It's a little bit stale, but what I found out about yellow cake, if it's a little bit stale, sometimes it's actually better. Especially if you mix it with some hot tea or coffee. So I burned about 800 calories this morning. I have eaten about 250 calories. This cake, probably another 150. It's not very fattening, believe it or not. So, what's up, Magnum? I got a doctor's appointment at about 10:40. A virtual doctor's appointment. So, guys, if you're brand new here, my name is Eugene. Please let me know if you're brand new. Follow me, subscribe. Do that. Help a brother out. Had a call from Little Bit. She's been a long time follower and supporter. We had trivia last night. We gave away a lot of prizes. It was fun. I love my trivias. We do trivia. We do trivia twice a month. What's up, Dave? Did you really, or are you just pranking, Dave? I love David. David Jewell in the chat, guys. Me and Dave go way, way, way back. I told you all, everybody here, I tell you, I'm a grant writer. I helped write some grants where David actually worked. Okay, Dave. Dave, you didn't need to do that. I know you well enough. You just call me if you want to save yourself the money. Just call me, man. Me and Dave go way back. You didn't need to do that, Dave. Just straight up call me. Let me know what the issue is. Send me a text. I ain't going to take no money from you. Just let me know what the issue is so I can look into it. And then we just call. We just talk. No, like call now, Dave, or call later. I whatever you want to do. Because if it's a topic I'm versed with, I can do it on the fly. But if I need to research, it just depends on you. But me and Dave go way back. He was a counselor for, I think, 2 years in a program that I ran. We had a great time. He was one of my camp counselors. This is Eugene.
Hey, Eugene, this is David. How are you doing, sir?
Buddy, I am doing A-OK. Long time no here. So tell me what the issue is, my brother.
Well, I was the CFO for Winston Health and Wellness Center for several years. I've been here at my current position for over a year, but we entered into a lease with Canon for some copiers.
Okay.
And apparently since I've left, they have defaulted on those payments. And they are coming after both Health and Wellness Center and apparently me personally, because I've been getting all kinds of, like I got something. I sent you what they sent me. And they said I needed to respond by yesterday, but I didn't even get it till yesterday. So,
Well, did you sign any kind of a document, authority to purchase the stuff? Did you do any of
yeah,
that?
I was the signature on, the lease agreements and stuff.
But you didn't obligate your company is responsible, right? You were an agent of the company, right? You don't have any ownership stake in the company,
No.
do you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No. It's a nonprofit that I'm no longer involved with and haven't worked there in over a year.
All right. So yeah, they can't hold you personally responsible because you're the CFO. That's not your issue. Has you said the companies, have they gone bankrupt?
No, they're still open. And I called them and said, hey, I've got this in the mail. I called Winston Health and Wellness Center and talked to like one of these people I know there. And he said they were working on like subleasing or, doing some kind of to lower the payments or whatever, but they haven't done that yet. So I'm getting mail from the attorneys, that have my name listed. So
well, what court did they sue you in? Was it in Pike District Court or Pike Circuit Court or?
No, it's somewhere out of New Jersey, I think, because that's where their attorneys are, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but they should have sued you in a local court. They can't make you go to New Jersey. So if they actually filed an action against you, if they actually sued you, it would be, is the business in Williamson or is it in West Virginia or Kentucky?
West Virginia. It's in Williamson.
Yeah, they would have sued you in state court. That usually on those kinds of things, they have to sue you where the property is, like where the product is. Like, they would have to, like if Finger Hut, you buy something off of Finger Hut, I'm going in the Wayback Machine here, but if you XYZ company, if they're out of California, then they got to sue you where you live. So they can't do that.
Probably an like a default or something.
Yeah, is it an official court document or is it just a damn letter saying you owe me money?
It's a letter from attorneys that just say, I guess, that we're in default and that we owe them money.
Well, so that's just a letter from an attorney. That don't really mean anything. Now, if you'd like me to respond, I don't mind to do that. If you want me to write a letter on your behalf, but
I sent you an email, so if you want to take a look at it and think that it needs a response, then just let me know. I'll trust your judgment on it.
What I would probably have to do is I would call them actually on your behalf.
Okay.
Send it. You say you sent it to me?
Yeah. I sent it to the Eugene. What was on the tick? The
Eugene at ASAP Plus Inc. Yep. All right. Send it to me again so it'll be at the top of my email stuff, and then I can call them, and now they may or may not talk to me since I don't have any kind of a formal letter to talk to them on your behalf. But I'll do what I can just to see. I'll just poke around. If the letter has all the information, sometimes I might, if you don't mind, I might masquerade as you just for the purposes of me talking to them and see what they say. Okay.
I don't mind.
All right. So put that at the top of my email thing and I'll get to it sometime today.
Okay. I appreciate it. I do have one more question.
Sure. Go ahead.
This is for my mom. My mom's 82.
Oh, God bless her.
Yeah, but she's in great health, but she's starting to think. So all of her CDs, since I have one living brother, he's in Columbus. And if something would happen, we wouldn't fight over any money or any property.
Well, I feel bad for him that he's in Columbus, but you know what that is.
Yeah. But so we are both on all of her CDs.
Okay.
But she wanted to know, does she need to add one or both of us to her house on the title of her house?
So this is the thing. Is it a mobile home or is it an actual deeded piece of property?
It's a piece of property and a house.
All right. So what I would do, so if you and your brother truly get along well and sometimes siblings get along, passes away. So if you're comfortable and she don't owe anything on it, I'm guessing.
No, she don't know anything.
What's the value of it approximately? If you was looking at it, what would be the value?
I'd say max 115,000.
Okay. So you and your brother could sell it if you two are the only ones around when she passes. If she feels more comfortable about it, she probably could add both of your all's name to the deed, and she can retain what's called a life estate and put both of you all on it. So that way it will pass upon her death to you all. And then you all can decide what to do with it, sell it. That keeps it out of probate. That'll keep it out of the probate.
That's what she was wanting to do, was keep it out of probate.
Yeah, you can do those. I don't think Kentucky has beneficiary deeds. I don't believe they do. But you can get.
Well, she's in West Virginia.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the properties. West Virginia's a little different. I'd have to look at it, but it's roughly the same. Their probate process is a little bit easier. But putting it in both of your all's names, she retain a life estate. You have to redo the deed and do it that way. It's a simple conversion. You know, you could probably get that done for $300 or $400. And get it done that way. And when she passes, that means you still might have the probate process, but it ain't a big deal over there. It's not bad.
Okay.
So it's something you could handle. You're a smart guy. You could deal with it. Is there bank accounts and stuff like that? Say,
What'd you say?
is there bank accounts? Is there bank accounts and other financial institutions?
Yes.
Okay, make sure all of y'all's names are on the bank accounts too. So because those beneficiaries, like every financial institution that she has, every bank account, make sure that both y'all's name is on it. So that way, all you've really got to do with the banks and stuff is when she passes, if you're the beneficiaries, is just present the death certificate. It don't go through probate either.
You know, on all the bank stuff, we're already both on it.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is deal with the house.
Yes.
All right.
That was her only question. And I said, well, I got to call. I said, I'm going to book a call and call Eugene anyways.
Well, you don't need to book a call. I appreciate you, buddy. I really do.
Hey, when you're heading back in, you get to see my wife every now and then at these
meetings.
archaeology.
Yeah, I'm in Kentucky now. I'm trying to get Tommy. I'm trying to book Tommy on my podcast to talk about the archaeology in the Bible. He keeps telling me he's going to do it, so I'm going to knuckle him down and try to get him to commit to a time. But I'm back in Kentucky
I'll
now.
Get on there with you, but me too. I'd help. Well, Brian is on it with you on the board, but
right,
we help out on some stuff too.
And he's always busy, especially this time of year. I think Easter time is a big time for him to go out and give his presentation. So
yeah.
But I'll be hollering at you. Listen, my brother, I'll take a look at that letter and I'll give them a call and see what I can find out. Okay. If you don't mind, also send me, I would like to have, if you can text me some of your personal information. I would need your address because when I call them, if I'm acting like I'm you, I want to know your address, your social security number, date of birth. Those are the three things I usually need.
I'll text it to this number.
Yes, sir. And I won't go to Hawaii on it, so don't worry about it.
You probably couldn't get back to Florida on it. But
okay. All right, buddy. Tell the missus I said hi.
I will. Good talk to you. And then I'll try to get back on and dominate. I've not been able to do trivia in a while, but I'll try to get back on.
Hey, we had a good time last night. We had fun.
All right, it's good talking to you.
All right, buddy.
Let's
We'll
do
see you.
dinner one evening when you're in Pikeville and have a chance.
We'll do that. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
Longtime friend, Mr. Jewel. Trivia night is fun, isn't it? Dave was a wonderful fella, a good guy. We had a lot of fun, great sense of humor. You're welcome, Dave. And make what I want, if you book that call, I'll leave it alone, Dave, and it'll cancel on its own, and you won't be charged. I'll cancel on its own. All right. Yeah. Unless I accept it, it'll go away on its own. I'm happy to help. Thank you, Tammy. Tell your friends. And guys, if y'all like what I'm doing, thank you, Keith. Find a way to support, guys. If you can do that initially. It don't cost you anything to subscribe. Going over to my YouTube channel, load up some of that long form video I've got, some of my interviews. You'll like them. Load them up, run them in the background. Listen to them while you're in your car. I need 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, my short form videos don't count. Just get those long forms. I got about 25, I think, or so, 30. I'm trying to add new ones every week. It's hard to get people to come on a podcast. A lot of people don't like to do it. I'm always trolling TikTok and YouTube for people that I like that have a fairly good following and message them. Some people respond back, some people don't. It's kind of like a cold call on a sales. You know, if you're a salesman, you do a lot of cold calls. I'm used to knocking on doors and doing cold calls. I've done cold calls before. It's terrible. If you're a salesperson, you do a cold call, you got to have your shit down to 2 minutes. You knock on the door. When they open the door, you got to shake a hand and tell what you need to tell. 2 minutes is a long time. So you got to have that speech down. I tell people all the time, if you're young and you're out in the job market, you should have your 1 minute. You should have a synopsis. You should have a synopsis. I call it your elevator talk. You should have the synopsis of who you are and what you do down to 1 minute. That's your elevator. That's your elevator speech. That's what you say to someone in passing. 1 minute is still a long time, but people will usually give you a minute. You see someone in the elevator, you see someone in the hallway, and you're out trying to network, shake a hand. Hey, my name is Eugene Cisco. You know, I noticed that you are blah, blah, blah. And I provide services XYZ. I've got this kind of experience. I would love to help you and your clients. You get it down to a minute. You shake a hand, you look them right dead in the eyes, and you move on. And if they ask you questions, that's good. You give your introduction, you let them know who you are and what you do, and let them talk to you. Open the door, let them talk to you. And then if they don't do anything, you slip them a card and say, listen, if you ever need anything, I'm here. And you move on. Move on. Don't beat them to death. You'll know if they're interested. But you have your 1 minute. And then you have your 2 minute for something a little bit longer. If you're at a dinner party or something, you have your 2 minute. You can elaborate a little bit. That's your dinner party. Your elevator is for 1 minute. Your hallway is for 1 minute. On the street, that's your 1 minute. But your 2 minute. This is Eugene.
Please do not hang up.
Oh, I hate to. Please do not hang up. These robocalls. I hate them. Please. Yeah, you got your 1 minute. Yeah, you don't ever criticize your competitor. And that's a big fault that young people do. You never do that. You talk about you and what you can offer. Then if they ask you questions, well, how are you different than the guy up the street? You got to be ready. You got to know your competitors, and then you don't downgrade them. You say, well, I like them, but this is where we're different. That's what you do. You have a couple of reasons why you're different, and then you move on. But you let the customer guide that conversation. They'll tell you. If they ain't interested, they ain't going to ask a question. You're just going to have crickets. And if you hear crickets, it's time to wrap it up, because then it gets awkward. It gets a little bit awkward. Just a little bit awkward. I have sat here and I have drunk about 50 ounces of liquids. So I've had a good morning. I think Grana fixed breakfast for the chillin'. The world ain't on fire. Everything is good, guys. God is good. The baby Jesus. Isn't it amazing? The fella that was in that plane that had to eject, he crawls up in a cave about a mile up, and the first communication he had with the outside world, God is good. Imagine being in that cave and being scared shitless, probably, and that's what you're thinking of. Now, my first communication would have been, holy shit, somebody come get me. It would. I'd like to think it would have been God is good, but nah, I'd have been, holy shit, where y'all at? I'd have said, where the hell y'all at already? Come get me, damn it. That's what I'd have said. What took y'all so long? That's what I'd have said. But he didn't do that. It is amazing how different people react under stress. Now, I'm a fighter. I'd been climbing up that damn hill. I'd have been busting ass to try to stay alive. But boy, I tell you, my first communication wouldn't be, God is good. I'd be like, I don't know, Magnum. Are you shitting me? Get it. Get that mediation. Go into mediation with your walk away. You got to know what you're willing to walk away, right? You got to know what you're willing to settle for, and be firm on that. You got to have a floor and you got to have a ceiling. You go in with your ceiling, but you also got to keep in mind what your bottom is, and don't go below your bottom. You got to give it some thought, look at your bottom, and be willing to walk away. That's what makes a good negotiation. If you know what your bottom is, you don't know what your bottom is, you're going to settle for something that you didn't like. And that's the worst. When you settle for something that you didn't like, now that'll beat you up for a long time. I always try to get my clients to understand what their bottom is, what their comfortable bottom is. Right? You just say, man, you gotta give me your comfortable bottom. because that's where a lot of people get in trouble. And they're going to hate their lawyer. They're going to hate everybody. Go ahead. Stay on standby. Well, I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means. Had a question, but I wasn't sure what it means, guys. Maybe you can ask it in a complete sentence. I don't know. Oh, so he went to court, but went to the bathroom. Yeah. You know what? If you're so damn dumb and you have a court date and you're sitting in court and you got to go to the bathroom, they will arrest you for missing a court date. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand it. That's a big day. And you can't sit there, or your brother, whoever it is, can't sit there long enough. So the question is, for those of y'all that didn't comment, no, that's bullshit. No, baby, no, 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 no. Unless you were there, you don't know. So someone in the chat is saying that they had a brother that was in court, but had to go up and go to the bathroom. He missed his call to go forward, and then they arrested him for not showing up. That happens. Them judges don't pay attention. If you're not there for the call of the docket, you most likely are going to get charged with failure to appear, and they will arrest you. So put a rubber band around it, shove a cork in it, sit there until they call your name. Flower Girl, I don't think I misunderstood. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. I don't know. I just heard you said he was in court, then he had to go to the bathroom, and then he got arrested. All that to me sounds like he didn't hang around till they called his name. I mean, unless you're telling me, yeah, that's right. Bailiffs will do that sometimes. That's true. But sometimes they won't. I mean, gosh damn. Pee before you go in, or do what you got to do before you go in. Like I said, put a rubber band around it, shove a cork in it, and sit there. I don't know what standby is. I don't know what standby is. You're telling me the judge told him to stay on standby. What the hell does that mean? Go have a seat and wait? Because sometimes they'll do that. They'll say, have a seat. I'll get to you in a minute. But if you ain't there when that minute's up, when that judge gets ready for you, you got a problem. Stay on standby don't mean go out and use the bathroom, because they ain't going to come hunt. Well, that's him. I don't know. A judge ain't going to call you. Your brother's telling you a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, Flower Girl. I'm sorry. The judge is not going to call him. At least the judges I know. Maybe I'm missing something. Be on standby. I ain't never heard of that. That's a different kind of court procedure that I'm not familiar with. Be on standby. Usually they want you to stay in the courtroom. You know, that don't mean go out and use the bathroom, or because they ain't gonna come looking. Flower Girl, I'm just telling you. The judges, most likely, you must have misunderstood. I'm just telling you, if you presented yourself and the judge says stand by, generally what that means is they will get to you later in that day, not the next day, but you got to hang around. have your phone ready? That's baloney. Okay. Now you've added in another layer. His lawyer was there. I don't know. Then he needs to be asking his lawyer what the fuck went on. He needs to be asking his lawyer, what the fuck you let that happen for? If his lawyer was there and he paid his lawyer to be there, come on. Now you're adding in facts as we go along. I'm sorry for your brother. He should have hung around. I don't know why his lawyer didn't say, oh, he's out in the bathroom, Judge, which is what I would have said. If you paid me to be in court, my ass is sitting in court. And when they call that case up again, I'm going to say, Your Honor, my client's out in the bathroom. If you don't care to pass that, he'll be here. And when he shows back up, I'm going to approach the bench and say, Your Honor, my client is back. Whenever you're ready, sir. And I'll sit down. That's what I'm doing if I'm the lawyer. Now, I don't know what your brother's lawyer did. Sound like to me somebody dropped the ball. Yeah, that's what I think if he paid his lawyer to represent him, if if it if his lawyer did not tell the judge that he was gone, somebody dropped the ball. But I ain't never heard of a judge say, just be on standby. No, the lawyer takes care of that. I don't give a damn who it was. If it was his lawyer and he communicated to his lawyer that he had to go take a shit, his lawyer should have stood up and said, Your Honor, my client's outside using the restroom. If you don't care, Your Honor, please, would you pass this? Pass it to the end, Your Honor. And then when my client comes back, says, hey, buddy, I'm done. I'm going to stand up again. I'm going to say, Your Honor, my client is back. Whenever you feel like you can call us up, we're ready. That's what I would have done. So there you go. Put a cork in it. Tie a rubber band around it. Problem solved. I'm here to help. Now, you see, guys, you're not going to get this anywhere else. Nowhere else will you get this. So give me a follow. Flower Girl, I don't give a shit. Now, why'd your cousin talk to the judge? Now we got another person in here. Now we got a cousin. What's up, Beverly? You got a lawyer? You got a cousin? You got a cousin? You got a lawyer? I don't give a damn. Okay, your cousin. I thought it was your brother. So your cousin was there, your lawyer was there, but no one told the judge that he had to go take a shit. That's nuts. No, I would do that. I've done that for some of my clients before. I've been sweating bullets when my clients don't even come into the courthouse. And when that case is called, if you're the lawyer, you stand up and you say, Your Honor, my client's a little bit late. I'm in communication with them, though. They should be here directly. Could you pass the case to the end of the docket? Now, I'm going to hang around for another freaking hour. I ain't going to like it. I'm probably going to charge my client more because I had to hang around because their dumbass couldn't get there on time. But I'm going to step out of the courthouse. I'm going to call my client and I'm going to say, where are you? I'm going to call my client. I'm going to say, where are you? We had court at 9 o'clock and you ain't here. And then I'm going to go back in the courtroom. If the judge calls the case again, I'm going to say, Your Honor, I've been in communication with my client. I don't know where they are. And then they're going to issue a bench warrant. And then my client's going to have to pay me a lot more money. Oh, it happens. Yes. This is Eugene.
Hi, this is Becky at UK Nephrology.
What's up, Becky? How are you?
I was just listening to you.
Oh, I'm on a TikTok, Becky. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a phone number to call so that they can you set up to go into your telehealth.
Oh,
appointment.
thank you, Becky. Hold on. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. I
That's
do
okay.
I do a lot of social media. I'm an attorney. So
That's okay.
I get a little excited. You can tell your friends to look me up on TikTok though, if you can. All right, Becky, hold on a second.
right.
Let me mute my should I call them a minute or two before or so?
I would go ahead and call them now if you can.
Oh, call them now to set it up?
Yeah, that's your appointment's at 10:40.
Yes, ma'am.
That way they can go ahead and get you set up and have you ready to go.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to hear that. I appreciate
I
it.
didn't know if I was listening to a recording or what.
No, I'm looking. No, I am. I do a lot of social media. I'm an attorney, and I give people, free advice, and we get a lot of followers. So I appreciate it.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Uh-oh. She heard all that. Oh God. Here we go. Hold on, fellas.
Thank you for calling My UK Healthcare Patient Portal Support. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance. For assistance with MyChart, press 1. For assistance with scheduling COVID vaccination, press 2. For questions regarding COVID vaccination, press 3. If you'd like to leave a message, press 4.
All of our representatives are currently assisting other callers. You are the first call in line to be answered. Please remain on the line and a representative will be with you shortly.
I'm hooking
Please
up.
hold after the call for a brief survey. Thank you.
I'm hooking up my appointment. Guys, let's go. Have we fallen asleep? Come on, fellas. Somebody let me know if we're still working, guys. I can't hear any chatter, nothing going on. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Renee. Yeah. I don't know.
Your call is very important to us. Please Please remain on the line while your call is routed.
Thank you very much. I think I scared our.
Should you prefer to leave a voicemail, please press 1 at any time.
I think I scared the lady with the brother or the cousin that went out to take a crap. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm just telling you, a judge ain't going to tell you to be on standby and they ain't going to call you. And the lawyer should have covered. That lawyer should have covered. I'm just telling you what I would have done. I would have covered for my client. That's what you do as a lawyer. You try to cover. No, baby, I didn't misunderstand it. So if I did, you need to call and straighten it out with me. I think what you said was you had a court appointment. You talked to, or he talked to the judge, or she. The judge said, be on standby. So at some point, somebody left. The judge called the case again. You didn't show up, and they got a bench warrant for you.
Please remain on the line.
That's what I believe I understand.
Leave a voicemail.
Okay, so I didn't misunderstand. So I did not misunderstand. Hello?
Hello, my name is Keegan. I'm with the University of Kentucky Patient Portal.
Hey, Keith. I'm supposed to have an appointment. They told me to call this number and set it up, whatever that means.
If it's a telehealth appointment, it's all through MyChart. You need to log in on MyChart. Can I get your first and last name?
It is Eugene Cisco. My daughter usually helps me with my MyChart. But because I'm not even sure I know what my password is. I think I do, so I can try it. So I just do all of it through MyChart. So why did she tell me to call?
If you have trouble logging into MyChart, are you having trouble at all?
Well, hell, she didn't tell me that. She just told me to call. I can figure out MyChart, I guess. I get somebody to help me figure it out. So I do that at the appointment time, or do I do it early? She said I'd have to do it.
Do it as early as possible. There's like a check-in that you have to do prior to the appointment time.
Oh, I hate the e-check-in. There's like 10,000 questions on that e-check-in. I don't like it.
Yeah.
No, that's craziness. All right, hold on. What time is it? Because that may take me a little while. We're at 10 o'clock, 10:02. I may give it a try. God bless it. I didn't know there was an e-check-in thing. All right, which is...
Yeah, it's all telehealth appointments.
Okay. All right. If I have a problem, I'll give you a holler.
All right, we're all going to be open, okay?
You're what?
We're going to be open just fine, all right?
All right, pal. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, why the hell did she tell me to call? Like, really? Come on. UK. I thought they was going to put me through or do some kind of... Here's MyChart. MyChart. Let's look at MyChart. I have to sign in. I think I know how to sign in. If Anna was here, Anna could tell me. Oh, Anna is going to do something with our storage unit. What? MyChart. I didn't go to Starbucks. I don't want Starbucks. MyChart must be sponsored with Starbucks because a Starbucks ad popped up. What? Oh, I know, but an ad for a UK MyChart. This is I've got MyChart, but an ad for Starbucks popped up. I'm like, man, yeah, Anna usually gets on my chart for me. I mean, I know how to do it. I've done it before, but yeah. Yeah, I may have to call Anna. She's at our storage shed getting rid of a bunch of crap. I'm gonna send her an email or a text. I'll just call her. It takes a village, guys. If you're wondering. Thank you, K Rob. How you doing this morning, man? What's up, baby doll? What do we got? What is that? Oh, thank you. Where'd you find that? Thank you,
Hello?
baby. What's up? I need can you send me my chart credentials so I can get ready for this appointment?
It's
Well,
it's
just
East Cisco.
can you care to text it to me?
Yeah.
How's that? I wished I was there to help you with that shed. I really do.
Well, I mean, we'll still be here for your appointment.
After it's done, I'll head on down and I'll help. All right.
Let me see officially send over like ownership.
Is Allie with you?
Yeah, Allie's here.
All right. Now you know what to keep and what not to keep, right?
Yeah.
All right, baby. I'll be down there.
Step
Huh?
up.
All right, baby. I'll let you alone. Love you.
Love you.
That was Bob.
That was Bob.
Can I see Bob?
Oh, no, she's working. I had to leave her alone. Thank you for that. I love my big girl. All right, let's go. All right, that looks like it's right. Let's go next, and then we've got the password. You can hear the babies in the background. Sorry for that, guys. Aha, I'm in. So I've got a code. So I have to text a code. They make this so hard, but I guess, it's for my. What's up? What's up, Sarah? Thank you. Text to my phone, send to my email. Let's text, see what happens. Mhm. There it is. Let's look. Code is 245740.
No. You can have it. I'm on the newspaper. You're on what? The newspaper. You are? Yeah. What about? For my classroom.
All right. I'm in. I'm in. Schedule an appointment. Message, visits. I don't know what that means. Does it mean that I'm having a visit? No, I think that I guess we're scheduling an appointment. It's already scheduled. Okay, that's obviously not the icon I need because I have already been scheduled. No, James, it's wrong. Test results, mediation, billing, or medications. Prepare to join. Oh, you got it right here. By golly, it popped right up. Prepare to join. And we're making progress. Now I have to answer all these daggone questions. Contact information is correct. All of that is correct. Details about me. Caucasian, non-Hispanic. I speak English. Next. We have this person on file to pay. That would be me. Yes. They want to know who's going to be paying. That's me. Would you like to use this insurance? There is no insurance on here. Yeah, use insurance. Of course. Next. Medicare is not secondary. No. No black lung. Was it no? And all these stupid questions. Are you receiving treatment for an injury or an illness? Nope. No liability insurance. Nope. They want to know if I've been in a car wreck. I hate these questionnaires. God almighty, I hate them. Are you receiving treatment for an injury or illness for which another party may be liable? Again, no. Are you entitled to Medicare based on age? Yes. Okay, so now they've got me. Let me see. No. Disability, yes. End-stage renal disease. No, that's not the nature of my disability. I do have end-stage renal failure. I've had 2 kidney transplants. So just so you know, I'm going through this. I'll figure I'd educate you. I have end-stage renal. I have stage 4 renal failure. It's chronic. It's not going to get any better. It is going to get worse, and I'm probably going to need a transplant soon. I told my kids. Now, 2 of them have already agreed to, and they've went and got tested. 2 of them clear. They've cleared all the hurdles they need in order to give me a kidney. I got my first one from my sister and my second one from my brother. But I threatened to tell my kids. What's up, baby?
To get a hold of the creditor people.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get off of the thing with the doctor. I've got to go talk to Anna, but I've been here this morning. I went out and ran this morning or on my elliptical, but I will get hold of them. I'll do that before lunch. All right. I'll get hold of them.
Okay, love you.
I promise. I love you. All right, bye. So I've got end-stage renal failure. It doesn't get better. And so I told them I'm going to get me a t-shirt and I'm going to go to Disney and I'm going to say I need a kidney. But they have, it's been a process. Nope. Medicare is not secondary. Medicare is not secondary. It's primary. They don't have a button for that. So that means I'm going to have to call them knuckleheads because they don't have me down as Medicare being. Medicare is not secondary. I'm just going to go ahead and submit it anyway. I'll call them. Visit information. Yeah, I just as soon as not put my kids through this. Yeah. If I'm being honest, I don't want to do that. At the same time, I know the surgery isn't bad for the one that's given the kidney. It's not bad. It's all done through laparoscopically. It's a very short procedure for that individual that's given it. So yeah, no, I just as soon as not do that. If this related work, why do they keep asking me if it's related to a frickin' workers' comp? No. It's the second time I've asked that question. HIPAA. I gotta review HIPAA and sign it. Come on. Holy God. Like, just skip to the end and let me sign it. HIPAA. It's all baloney anyway, you know. Everybody thinks they got a HIPAA claim if some of your information goes out. You know, there are rare instances where you're gonna get any money because you had a HIPAA problem. Very few situations. Accept. Where you're going to get a HIPAA. Accept. All right, so I did my HIPAA. Let's do the other one. Authorizations. Authorize. Patient. Review and sign. Advanced directives. Nope. I'm going to be here at my house. Would you like more information? Nope. Patient. Review and sign. Accept. God almighty. They make you go through 10,000 of these consent forms. Review and sign. Yes, I consent for you all to talk to me over the phone. Patient. Accept. So that's done. Surprise billing notification. That's funny. Surprise billing notification. It's not signed yet. So I guess, am I giving them permission to surprise me? Oh my God. I am the patient. I guess I've given them permission to surprise me. Shit. What? That's funny. Sorry about this, guys. Pharmacy, ROI form. It's not signed. ROI means return on investment, right? If you're looking about business and business opportunities and investments, you're looking for a good ROI, your return on investment. I'm pretty sure it means something different when it comes to this one. Sharing of special protected records. I don't care who looks at my records. I really don't. I mean, honestly, about HIV, I don't have any of that, but I really don't care. Yeah, they can share my diagnosis. I don't care. Authorization to act as agent for enrollment, whatever that means. Sure, I agree. I mean, what are they going to do? Patient. Sure. Let's do it. I agree. Let's do this. I am not unable to sign. I think I did that right. I probably screwed that one up. No, must have done it. Pharmacy form. It looks like everything's done. I'm going to hit one more thing. It looks like I'm not going to review it. I don't really care. So let's submit. I probably agreed to a whole bunch of shit that I ain't going to like later. I don't think I did. Make sure you have a working camera. Next. Everything's working. And my next. Verify pharmacy care provider is no. We got that all wrong. Is this your pharmacy care provider? No. Am I going to have to put some stuff in? It doesn't give me any option. Hey, I got a haircut, K-Rob. Man, look, see? Got it yesterday. We were a day early for our appointment. Yeah, yeah. No ball here. Yeah, yeah. So it gives all these options. Like it's telling me why am I wanting to change my provider? I don't have a provider. Change primary care provider. I honestly don't have a PCP. I think they have me as one down here, but let me go back and see who this is. Oh, son of a bitch. Hold on. No. I'm not going through this again. Oh my God. I'm not doing this again. Well, I did it before and it went. Are you shitting me? Oh, no PCP. There I go. Okay, no PCP. Confirm. I do not have a PCP. That is confirmed. I don't have one. Okay, it worked. And now it's telling me I owe them some money. Of course, that may or may not be true, but I always wait for my insurance to pay. And I think they've got this all wrong. Thank you, K-Rob. You are on the fan club, it tells me. Thank you very much, my brother. It says I'm going to pay later. I'm going to pay later because I always wait for insurance to pay. I pay last. When it comes to insurance and doctors and all of that, I pay last. I'll wait for the insurance because if you pay first, you ain't getting your money back if you've overpaid. And it looks like, I hope, it's got all my medications here that I'm taking. I'm only taking 3. God almighty, there's a bunch of them. Tacrolimus, 1 milligram. Prednisone, that's correct. Alpurinol, that's correct. Furosemide, that's correct. Losartan, that's correct. Sodium bicarbonate, that's correct. Albuterol, that is correct. Only take it when I need it. Magnesium, that's correct. Two a day. Multivitamin. Let's look at that sodium bicarbonate. That's one that always messes me up. Yep, I'm taking that. I know. I know, K Rob. Yeah, I'm on. A lot of mine are supplements like the sodium bicarbonate because that helps with when your kidney function starts to decrease, you get a lot of acids and stuff built up. And there's something called when your acid level rise, ketoacidosis, it's very dangerous. And so as my kidney function decreases, the acidic level in my blood gets up. And so I have to take a sodium bicarbonate and I have to take magnesium. I think that's for my bones. They're probably going to put me on a bone density because apparently this bone scan showed that I had some kind of thinning bones. And when you take steroids, your bones tend to thin. And I am getting older. So, but the sodium bicarb is correct. Magnesium correct. Multivitamin. I take a bunch of multivitamins. I take an extra B complex. And it also has my super beat in here. Super beats. Um, and omega 3s, some fish oils. What's up, Biz? No, steroids eat at your bones. No, steroids will build mass if you take different kind. The kind I take is not the kind that these weightlifters and all that take. No, 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 no. Steroids, the prednisone particularly, is really, really a good medicine. Has a lot of bad side effects, but it's a good medicine. No, it's not the same. Capsaicin, I use that to rub on my legs whenever I feel bad because I have that neuropathy. Capsaicin is really good for neuropathy. It burns like hell, but it's really good for you. It's like a massage, right? Massage, if you have neuropathy, the best thing you can do is massage and exercise. You want to keep the blood going. Massage, as they say, if you're fancy. Massage. Ask me if I want to add anything. Come on, K Rob. Come on. We talked about that. Actually, we're probably going to sign a contract in a couple of days. Well, no, Elizabeth, that's not true. Me and your mother talked. We're going to probably call that guy. We've got to make some changes, though. We don't need all that brick going plumb into that lanai. We only want, we want to, we got to make some changes on that, Elizabeth, so we can cut the price down a little bit. Uh, you need to analyze that. I don't think we need all that brick going plumb into the lanai. I wouldn't mess the stuff that's already working and functioning. So, Mark Cuban, that's where I get my medicine. Who day, who day. Mark Cuban is right. Use selected pharmacy. Mark Cuban, by the way, guys, a cost plus drugs. Really, 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 really good online pharmacy. Oh, well, I've had I've had 2 pulls put in, and, you get a good builder, and the one we have, the last one we talked to, I really liked him. Now, he was a little expensive. I think some I know, K-Rob, they have a alright, here we go. Wow. Guys, we need to connect with video. I'm going to allow. So I'm gonna do this right here, guys, right now. So I don't care if you hear. It's a bone scan. They're probably gonna tell me to take some medicine or something. So here we are. Y'all are gonna get the full Monty here. So I don't really care. Join the call. God almighty, that took longer than I thought. I'm waiting for others to join, it looks like. Oh, here I am. I'm a caller. Cool. This is cool. I don't think I think I might have had one telehealth visit. So here we are, guys. Guess I'm in the waiting room. I think I've done it all right or correctly. Tim, I'm used to the good news, bad news thing. I mean,
Eugene,
yes.
hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get you set up for Dr. Rao, okay? Let me go ahead and get your full name and your birthday.
My full name, Eugene Cisco Jr. Birthday 10/3/61.
Okay. Do you know how much you weigh?
Yeah, I actually stepped on the scales this morning after I worked out. About 157, 56.
Okay. Do you know how tall you are?
When I stand up straight, I'm about 5'9".
All right. Did you check your blood pressure today by any chance?
I checked it yesterday, actually the day before. It's probably lower today. I worked out quite aggressively today. It normally runs 123 over 75, and I check it periodically,
Mhm.
2 or 3 times a week.
Okay. And do you have any pain today?
None. 0. Well, I have a pain in my foot, but that's unrelated to the visit today. I run about 25 miles a week, and I think I strained some tendons in my left ankle, but I have neuropathy really bad in my left foot, so that could be a
Okay.
contributing factor.
Okay. All right. And it looks like you have no allergies to medication. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. And then when you did your e-check-in, are all your medications up to date?
Yeah, those were a list of everything that I have taken and that I do take. I didn't see any changes to make.
Okay.
Most of what I take there is supplements and stuff. A lot of it, the tacrolimus, the prednisone, and the furosemide, those are the ones that are relative to my kidney function. And the
Okay.
losartan, I think. I'm a very low dose of it.
Okay. Are you doing the vitamin B12? It's a liquid.
No, I discontinued that. I don't think they said I didn't need that. I do take a vitamin B supplement, tablets over the counter, along with my multivitamins. No, I don't do the vitamin B. I was doing it in a
Okay.
shot. I was doing it in a shot for a while, but I think all of those issues have lined out, I think.
Okay. So is it like a B complex?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And then I also see here, I think this is like a cream. Are you still using it? It says apply to the left shoulder nightly.
The capsaicin, or what is that? What?
I think it's IMIQ.
Oh, it make
UI. Yeah.
now I cycle on and off of that. I'm getting ready to apply that. It's for a basal cell cancer. I get a lot of those. I mean, I'm a transplant patient. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's noteworthy. I couldn't put that in the information, but you probably have access to all that.
Okay.
And I cycle on and off that, and I'm getting ready to go back on it probably this week. I cycle on and off it for like 3 weeks at a time, and then I have to go off because it causes you to blister up and everything. It's a topical cream for basal cell and some squamous cell.
Okay. All right. And then are you taking any like calcium?
No, ma'am. I was thought about doing
Okay.
that when they told me my bone scan turned out that my bones was a little thin, but man, I exercise a lot. I do some body weight exercises. I do my own weight bearing exercises, but I didn't take any supplements until I hear someone with more brains than me to tell me.
Okay. Okay. And then how about some like vitamin D3?
I have a bunch of it. I did take it some time ago, but I thought I'd discontinue it. I've not taken any of those
Okay.
in a while. I try to get that stuff through milk, but I've learned, it's got
Mhm.
protein in it and my kidneys are not doing well. So I try to cut down on the protein.
Mhm. Okay. All right. And let's see. 2 months ago, you answered depression questions. Did you want to answer those today?
I have no worries with depression.
Okay.
My wife might tell you I'm mentally unwell, but I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So those were all my questions. I'm going to go ahead and let her know that you're ready. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you all might think I'm mentally unwell too. Oh, I didn't think they're looking at my background. I am certified, Keith. Certifiable. I've been certifiable since I'm 13. My mother used to tell me. My mother was a thrower. She used to throw things at me. She would tell me all kinds of things right before she cut loose from a shoe or a coffee cup. I had that George Bush down, Whoa. I was doing George Bush before it was popular. My mother would throw anything at me. She'd get mad. She said I had a gift for that. I know what doctor's going to think. What you got going on in your background here? Now, after I get done from here, I'm gonna go see Anna. No, mother never hit me with anything because I was super fast. Cat-like reflexes. Actually, I have very good reflexes. My timing, my reflexes are very good, despite my poor vision. I have really good reflexes. I had those checked a long time ago, and the doctor says they are amazing. He said, actually, it was his words, not mine. My hand-eye coordination is very good. The only things that don't work very well anymore are my feet. And that's hard when you're running. And I'm trying to get a lot of that back. You know, but with the neuropathy, it's really hard to bounce in my feet. I don't have it anymore. Hey, Addison. Addison. I love my baby. Can you shut that door, please? I'm gonna talk to a doctor. Do you care? Thank you, baby. Shut it real good. I'm on that appointment. Marianne doesn't hear well. She's going to come in here and say your appointment. Addison, tell Grana that I'm on my appointment. God almighty. They treat me like I'm 5. And then she's going to try to call me and tell me. She's coming. I hear her coming. I am already set up for my appointment. I'm waiting.
Okay.
Okay. I'm already here.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm getting better at it. I'm a hell of a lot better than I was. I truly have geared down my law practice, and I don't have as much noise going on, you know, and that's a good thing. So I've really believe it or not, I've really confined myself to hopefully helping you all get some clients coming in and an automobile record too, every now and then. So if you have any overflow, K-Rob, I'm your guy. That's kind of what I'm down to now. And if it's really, you know, help out write letters for TikTok people and whatever. Now I'm like that caller. Yeah, yeah, I've quit the 4-wheeler thing. I got rid of that. I've got 2 criminal defendants left, and I like both of these clients. I got out of a case with the dude that had the 4 DUIs. He just wasn't listening. Oh my God, I had a horrible conversation with him about 4 days ago. And I finally had to tell him, and I was handling a whole lot of cases for him. This was an Thank you. Yes, it's the one we had here, Anna, or Elizabeth. No, this is a cloth one. It's cloth. This was Anna's case, the 4 DUI guy. The 4 DUI guy, that was Anna's. Ugh. I had 6 cases of his, and I had a convo with him 5 days ago, and it did not go well because he kept regurgitating the same bullshit he was regurgitating he was telling me a month ago. I did used to make you do that. That's how we built the business, baby. You know that, right? So, I got rid of that client, and it was unfortunate because I liked him. He was pitiful, and, I felt bad for him, but he just wasn't listening. I had a plea agreement worked out. 4th offense DUI, got it down to 6 months. Ho 6 months in the pokey and 6 months, uh, 2 months in the pokey, 2 months home confinement, and he it it was terrible, terrible, and finally, I just said, "Buddy, I'm not going." "Well, can we take it to trial?" I said, "That ship done sailed." I said, "That ship has sailed. You don't have a case. If you go to trial, you're gonna spend 2 years in jail." I agree, K-Rob, and it was maddening. I was so frustrated. I was mad when I talked to him, and I don't like to get mad with my clients. And this is what he said. Well, I was in my car. I was off on the side. I was off on my own private road. And I said, no, you weren't. And in state of Kentucky, if you're on a secondary roadway, you can still get charged with DUI. Well, I don't think I'm guilty of a 4th offense. I said, "Well, we've already talked about this 50 times, and I'm not gonna go to court. I'm not gonna stand there and have you back out on a deal that I worked my ass off for. So I will withdraw from your case." And that's what I said. He's a pitiful guy, but I, I like him, but I was not going to go to court and have this agreement. Now, and the prosecutor gave me this agreement based on some goodwill that I have with her. I know her, I like her. And, so I begged for some extra time the last time we went to court for him to get the documentation that says he can't stand 2 months in jail. Well, the documentation didn't come. He didn't go to the doctor. When you got clients that can't, or I think he might have went, but it was the same old bullshit summary. No definitive report that said he cannot withstand incarceration. And it was very frustrating because I don't like to quit on my clients, but he gave me no option. Well, he's had 4, Cassie. It was terrible. And I had one client that passed away. I've known him for years, and he was a kind of a career misdemeanor client. He was a career client. I had about 9 cases for him. He had substance use issues, and I was trying to help him. And he passed away about 3 weeks ago or a month. I had to withdraw on all of his cases. He succumbed to liver failure and everything else. Yeah, I saw him in the hospital before he passed away. Howdy ho.
Hello there. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. Just so you know, if you ask me where I'm at, I'm in my home office. I do a lot of social media stuff, so I'm here, you know. taking
That's so cool.
taking a break. I'm an attorney, so I get online. I have a YouTube channel and stuff. So just so you know, I'm not creepy. I have a lot of that's my background.
Okay. Okay. All the twinkling lights and so on.
Oh yeah, it's a little twinkle, right? I even have Superman here, right? So we're
Oh,
good.
that's very cool. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's like Christmas the year round. for you.
It is. It's like Christmas, spreading a little cheer.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. So I'm Dr. Rao. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
And it looks like a transplant has referred you.
Yeah. Apparently I did the bone scan or the density. It's a bone density test, and I've been a transplant patient. I've had 2 kidney transplant. The first one lasted about 17 years, and then I had a really bad automobile accident, and it destroyed that organ. And I had another one. And I'm working on about 17 or 18 years on this one. And I have IgA nephropathy. I guess you probably know what that is.
Yes.
And so it has come back with this kidney, and I'm somewhere at about 22 or 23% function. And apparently with the prednisone and all that, my bone density is not where they said it's. I guess it caused some concern for somebody.
Sure. And how much prednisone are you taking now?
5 milligrams at night. I take it at night. I don't take it in the morning. I can't tolerate it when I take it in the morning.
Sure. What happens?
It makes me nervous, and I'd rather be asleep when I'm nervous. You know what I mean?
Got
But I
it.
sleep good. It don't interrupt my sleep. But when I take it in the morning, I am on edge, and I don't like it.
Okay. And you are otherwise on the Prograf, on the tacrolimus?
Well, I'm only on tacrolimus. They took me
Yes.
off. Let me see. Wait a
Wait a
minute.
minute.
Hold on. I'm
Sorry.
on the Prograf. That's the other way
Yes.
around. They took me off the Tacro. Is the Tacro the 1 milligram? I get those confused. Yeah, the Tacro is the
Is the Prograf? Yes.
yeah, the
They are the same.
Prograf. I'm on it.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I was on the other one, the Cellcept, and they took me off of it because of skin cancers, and it has made a difference. It has
Great.
lessened the occurrence, and my kidney function hasn't suffered any. So
Okay. Now you've had probably a lot of Mohs surgery and so on for your skin cancers.
pardon me.
You've had a lot of surgeries for your skin cancers.
Yeah, they call them surgeries, but I guess technically they are. Yeah, I've had multiple places. I've been, Mohs surgeries. I probably had 30 or more Mohs surgeries.
Question to you: have you had any radiation?
Yes, I lost. You see my ear or lack of my ear.
Right.
I had a squamous cell that I didn't know it was squamous cell, and I had a doctor that truly dropped the ball in the diagnosis. And I go regularly to my doctors. I don't jack around. And I had the spot, and I kept saying, "Doc," and I know him. He was a friend. And it went on for about 6 years. And by the time I asked him to biopsy it, it had turned into a stage 3 squamous cell. And then, so they had to remove most of my ear, went to another doctor. And I'm still a little salty about that. But anyway, I had radiation just as a prophylactic. I did the proton radiation. But I tolerated it really well. I was able to continue run. I run about 25 to 30 miles a week still.
Okay. So did you have the radiation before surgery or after surgery?
It was after.
Okay. And since then, no other medical problems, sir?
No, ma'am. I'm in really good shape for the shape I'm in. You know what they say.
Right. And your kidney function has been very stable, I see.
Yeah, it's been, my creatinine has ranged anywhere. I had a really bad episode about 6 years ago. I got double pneumonia, first time I'd ever had that, and then I had the C-19 virus. They hospitalized me for about 2 weeks. All of that stabilized, and my kidney function was really bad. It got down to about, I think my creatinine spiked to about 2.8, 2.9, and then it has been stable at about 2.5 or so.
Okay. Now, the bone density that you've had, that was last September.
Yes, ma'am.
No comparison.
No, I don't have any comparisons because I've never had issues. I guess they thought that I needed to take one because of the prednisone the history of my steroid, my prednisone use.
Got it. Okay. Have you broken any bones?
Well, oddly enough, the bones I've broken 2. Back a long time ago, I broke an ankle before I was playing basketball and I rolled my ankle over. That was probably 25 years ago. I broke a wrist real early when I was like 16. And then I broke my left wrist when I was 16. I broke playing basketball, and I broke my right wrist maybe 4 years ago. And I fell over my own daggone feet. I was in a garden. I fell over a tool, and I fell over and broke my wrist. But I heal really well. I mean, like, it didn't take long.
You said that was the right wrist.
I've broken both of them. The right one is the most recent, and I did fall. Yeah, well, so I had a car wreck and broke pardon my language, a shit ton of bones in a car wreck. But,
Okay.
and I fell.
Was that the time you lost your kidney as well?
Yes, ma'am.
That was a mess up, isn't it?
Oh, it was horrible.
I'm so sorry.
I broke my collarbone, all of my ribs, my thumb broke it. It still doesn't work right, but I mean, my sternum, it was horrible. I don't wish it on anybody. I didn't walk for about 2 months.
Did you go back on dialysis then?
I never had dialysis. I was fortunate. I never had to do dialysis. My family members chipped in. My sister gave me my first kidney. My brother gave me my second one when I had my car wreck. So I fell about 3 years ago when I was running. I was in Florida. We have a place in Florida, so I like it down there because I can run regularly. And my left foot causes me some issues because I've got really bad neuropathy, and I'm legally blind. I have macular degeneration, so I'm not really able to see changes of terrain very well. And my left foot will drop, not a lot. I don't have foot drop, but I can't feel it right when I'm running. So sometimes if I'm not careful, it caught on a piece of sidewalk, and I took a pretty bad tumble and broke 2 or 3 ribs. But it healed. Like I said, I heal really fast. I don't have a problem healing. I mean, I was back running probably within 4 or 5 days.
So, Mr. Cisco, it's very unusual for bones not to heal. It's kind of almost like a primal response of the body to heal bones. The bigger issue becomes the propensity to break.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You need to be pretty far gone in your health for bones not to heal.
Okay.
Right? Either some problem locally, like there's no blood supply or something like that, or generally you have to be in very poor health for bones not to heal.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So, I mean, it's good that bones heal, but I think the concern, even from your transplant doctors, has been not the fact that, not the worry about healing, but probably the fact that you are breaking. And it's a very rational, and being a lawyer, you kind of look at a lot of rational arguments. It's very rational to say that okay, it broke because I had a hard fall.
Are you saying I'm in denial?
Not but it's easy for us to say that I had a hard fall, but you're never going to test a smaller fall, right?
Oh, I got you. I got you. I understand that.
How will I test the strength of your bones? Am I going to subject them to trauma to see what it needs to break them?
I got you.
Absolutely not.
I got you. I understand that.
Yes. So if your bones are fragile, they might break with a smaller impact. And if the impact is hard enough, they would break anyway. So while it is kind of a red flag to say when you break bones, it's a red flag that something may be the problem with the bones, we have to resort to the other tests to get more corroborative evidence, kind of thing.
Okay. Daggone it. I really would like not to have any more tests, but
Yeah.
because the breaks have honestly, well, and I'm not rationalizing it. When I fell completely on my leg. I didn't break anything else, but I didn't even break my shoulder, my clavicle, or nothing. It was truly my ribs. I took a pretty good tumble. And the other breaks were years ago. So
apart from the fact that you've had prednisone for so many years, that is the biggest elephant in the room.
yes, ma'am, I understand that.
Yes, that certainly makes your bones deteriorate. Apart from that, the fact that your kidney function has not been totally normal for a long time also has a big impact.
Yes, ma'am.
Because kidneys are very important for calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't see any recent testing for your bone health after 2023. So, do you get your labs done from outside, or do you come here for your labs? How does that work?
Well, sometimes they have me on a rotation there at the clinic, at the Kentucky clinic, every 6 months. But personally, I'm getting ready to call the transplant coordinator. I personally, when I'm on this area of decline with my kidney function, I like more information, not less. So I'm going to call her and ask her. I do them locally about every 3 months. I prefer every 3 months just so that way I get ahead of something before, it causes a problem.
Okay. So the last time your bone tests were done was 2023.
I didn't even know I had one done.
Well, this is basically things like your parathyroid hormone, vitamin D levels. So the last one I'm having on record over here, if I scroll down through all your labs, the last entries are 2023.
Okay.
So I think a lot of that needs to be updated.
I'm happy to do that. If it's, is it just a, I'm sorry to interrupt you, babe. I'm sorry, doctor. I almost called you baby. I'm an old hillbilly. So sorry. So is that just a blood test, kind of a big full panel of blood testing?
You need blood tests done, and we also need a vertebral scan done. So I'm trying to see when you're coming back over here for your next visit.
So the scan, the same kind of scan that I had done the last time?
So you're coming back, same kind of scan. This is an additional, you can't have the same kind of scan until a year. Insurance won't pay for it.
Oh.
So You'll be due for that in September. You're coming to transplant in August.
Well, they might, if you can get, if September would work for that same bone scan and they'll pay for it in September, they'll probably have no problem with delaying my kidney clinic for September if we can coordinate them all at the same day. Because I'm going to try to get labs drawn for something for my personal mental health. I'm going to ask them if they'll do that in a couple of months because I went maybe a couple of, when was the last time? I can't remember. You look up my chart. You've got it there. So I don't know. I think it was a couple months ago, 3 months ago or something that I was there. So I'd like to have another set of renal panel function, you know. So
Yeah, you were here in February.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, you live in Pikeville.
yes, ma'am.
So do you go to the Pikeville Hospital?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because those labs come into our system.
Correct. They do. And they process them quicker. If I'm out of town, I do the LabCorp, but I'm not, you know, sometimes my number's a little off when I go there. I'm not sure what kind of equipment they use, but I like to be consistent wherever I go. So
Sure. So in terms of the testing for your bones, that will occur in parallel with your kidney function testing, but there will be, it's more like a Venn diagram, you know, this partial overlap
okay.
of the testing that we do. There will be tests that they don't do, but we will need. That will have to be followed up. But most of the time, the way we would work is our initial assessment is pretty intensive, where we do the entire testing. And once we have what are the factors affecting your bone health, why you are losing bone, once we have a pretty good idea of that and we start you on treatment, then essentially it becomes monitoring once every 3 to 6 months and visits like this on telehealth. So we make things as easy as possible.
Ask if I do the same bone scan, if we push my doctor's appointment there in clinic to September and I do these at the same time, is that going to give you the same kind of data when you have a comparison to see what with the blood test, you'll be able to give me a good treatment plan and make, because I have my brother-in-law has had he had a lung transplant and his bone loss is quick. But now he's a little older than me, but they've got him on a treatment of medicines to help his bone density.
His prednisone dose will be several fold of what you take.
Yes. So his bone density, he said he's taken all kinds of supplements to help him with his bone density.
Does he follow here at UK?
Yes.
Okay, then it's very likely we are seeing him in the clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see all the transplant patients.
So I'm just wondering, I guess, so there is some type of therapies I can engage in that will help me with my bone density.
Yes, certainly. But I'm not going to wait to start therapy or start any treatment until September. What I'm going to do is get labs, and there'll be enough on the labs that we need to address because of all your metabolic issues with the kidney function. To optimize your vitamin D, optimize calcium, phosphorus, and parathyroid hormone. Those are the things that we will focus on initially.
Cool.
Essentially, what those are kind of almost like housekeeping items that you want to optimize first before you start on any treatment for the bones.
Oh, okay. So that's a kind of a lesser path and see if that yields results.
No, more than that, it means right now, in your case, if you were only taking prednisone, mostly you would lose bone and it would be a question of having a lower quantity of bone in your body than you should, which is compromising the strength, right? But when you have a problem like a kidney a dysfunction and your calcium, phosphorus, and those kind of things are also abnormal, then it becomes a question of bone quality as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So until you address the quality and optimize it as much as possible, you really don't want to meddle with the quantity.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got
Right?
you.
Yeah. So we don't want to kind of give you medications to increase quantity when you have poor quality bone. So that's the first assessment we make. And once we think, okay, this is as much as we can get, this is the best we can get, that's when we put you on medications to increase your bone quantity and strengthen your bones.
So we can fix this, or in some cases reverse it if I do what I need to do, and all that.
Yes, I wouldn't go so far as saying reverse it, because what's happened to your bones has happened over decades,
Yes.
right? So we can slow down changes, we can stabilize what's happening, we could improve things a little, but I will not even claim that we can reverse what has happened.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So I think that's where we are. Do you have questions for me?
Well, now I do body weight exercises, or I've always and then since I've been, I've always been fit. So those kinds of things that I do, my squats and body weight exercises and things like that, those are still good for me to do, and those might still help.
They will still help. But this brings me to the related question. Tell me a little about your food intake.
So I'm on a diet, I'm a calorie diet guy. I've lost, when I first had my kidney transplant, my very first one, I got up and gained. I was very sick though. So my sick weight was like 122. I went from 122 to about 248. And then I started losing, I've always been healthy and fit. Before I got sick, I was running 70 miles a week and doing everything I wanted to do, playing basketball, whatever. So I lost this. I wanted to lose weight and get back into some form of shape. And so I lost that weight. I'm now about 157, which is more. I always pick up weight in the winter and I start shedding it. I put myself on a calorie diet. Now I
What's
tried
your max weight?
my max weight, like now, or
Whenever your max weight?
oh, my max weight was after my first kidney transplant. I ate like a horse. I was eating. I hadn't eaten in a while. My max weight was back in 90, 91. But
200?
I was I was almost 240, 237, 236, 238, somewhere around in there.
Okay. So just a point over there. When you lose weight, you're not just losing fat. You're losing muscle, you're losing bone, especially when you're on prednisone.
Correct.
And you never regain it back again.
Huh.
Right. So if you are trying to lose weight, you want to be very mindful of your diet. And this brings me to the next point. You said you're a calorie diet guy.
Yeah.
Explain that a little more and tell me how much protein you take in a day.
I try protein, of course, with renal issues. I think mentally always acutely aware of too much protein, and because I get gout, right? So I got a bout of gout maybe, oh crap, about a gout maybe a couple of years ago. And I could tell 3 years ago or so, I could tell that my kidneys, that's always a cue to me that things aren't working well. So I have gout and they put me on alpurinol. So I try to be mindful of my protein intake. So for an example, I'll tell you what my daily diet might be.
Yep.
I'm not a red meat. I love red meat, but most of my protein, I'll eat chicken, bacon. I'll have 2 or 3 strips of bacon, maybe 4, 2 or 3 times a week. Uh, a hamburger or some type of steak about every 2 to 3 months, 4 ounces of steak. Um, but that's the extent of my protein, and I do eat turkey, mostly chicken. Uh,
So
uh,
in a day, what would you consume? How much? What protein would you consume?
in my average day, chicken and, pork, mostly.
One serving, two servings?
Oh, I'll probably have 3 or 4, 5 servings, a week.
Okay.
And, oh, and eggs. I like eggs, so
Okay.
I'll eat maybe 4 eggs a week, 5 maybe. I have French toast, I'll blather them up with eggs. Um, sometimes I'll get a hard-boiled egg, sometimes I'll eat scrambled eggs,
Okay.
so that's what I
So,
eat.
okay. So, but you're restricting your calories. So,
I am.
and you work out regularly.
Yes, ma'am.
Your protein intake would be at least 1 to 1.2 kilogram per day.
I don't know
based
what
on your
I don't know how to translate that into what I eat, so
I'll tell you. So you would need to take 60 to 70 grams of protein a day.
60 to 70 grams?
Yes, yes.
And
Or at least work towards that. And
Uh
I think you may be getting about 40 from what you're saying. If you assuming you take, have eggs and chicken, and maybe some bacon every day, then you're probably getting about 40 to 50 grams.
no kidding. Okay. I can certainly do that, and I don't have a problem with it. I would eat more, but I'm just afraid of the damn gout. God almighty, I hate it.
Sure, sure. So, do you work with a dietitian?
No, I know I try to be my own stupid dietitian. So,
Fair enough.
I mean,
That's
I
fair.
understand it, I know my body and,
Sure.
but I've never had anybody explain it the way that you just did. So I can count grams. I can do that easy enough.
Sure. Yes. So the other thing to remember is a gram of protein gives you 4 kilocalories, just like a gram of carbohydrate. Right? So if you cut your carbs sufficiently, you're going to use your proteins for energy. And you really want to use your proteins for tissue building.
Okay. So I can
Especially a person like you who works out physically. So you're going to need energy as well as protein. So be careful how much calories you cut. You want to make sure you get 25 to 30 kilocalories, which would be 7. You want to take at least between 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day.
well, that's what I so that you hit my mark. So my mark, I use this app called MyFitnessPal. And I try to track so I try to keep my calories at a ceiling of 2,000 calories. Now, when I'm running, like today, I worked out on my elliptical and it was a fairly aggressive workout. I did 60 minutes of fairly aggressive work with my heart rate at about 80% of maximum. So I probably burned 600 calories. So, maybe a little less than that, but so at 2,000 calories, and you know, that's still at the end of the day, I'm probably at 1,500.
Sure. So then what you probably need to do is bump up your protein a little more.
Okay.
And probably for gout, the safest protein that you can bump up is egg white. I know it sounds nasty, but if you can focus on like adding some more egg white to your omelets or, however you make your eggs.
Oh, I can do that immediately. I don't mind, like, say, if I have, let's say, for example, if I do 1 egg and maybe extra egg white, and because I like to put olives and vegetables in if I'm doing an omelet or an egg sandwich, And I don't do much bread. The carbs is really not a every now and then, carbs, they're not really a problem for me. I cut my bread, I do a low calorie bread, so carbs really aren't. Now I do like tea. I drink a couple glasses of tea in the morning when I'm doing my social media stuff. I'll sit here and drink. Like today, to compensate for my water or my fluid intake, I've had probably 40 ounces of hot tea, a bottle of water mixed with something called Zip Fizz. It's kind of a replacement. And so that's basically what I've had this morning, plus 2 slices of bacon, and I did eat a little bit of cake. So,
Good for you. How about dairy?
dairy, I love dairy, but I don't again, it's one of those things that I'm afraid of the protein, so I'm trying to balance my proteins. I drink about 6 ounces of m I love milk. I would drink it all hell, I used to drink half gallon a day.
I'm so glad to hear that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love dairy. I could drink a crap ton of milk, especially now after I run, I might drink 8 or 9 ounces of chocolate milk because chocolate's pretty good for recovery, in a milk. So
Couple of things over there. You get a brand called Fairlife, a brand of milk called
oh, the
Fairlife.
Fairlife? Yeah, we've got that here. Yes, I see it all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yes. So that is for lactose intolerant people, but the way they remove the lactose is by ultrafiltration. So it concentrates the protein. So you get twice the amount of protein in the same volume. So that comes in chocolate flavor. So get that because you're going to get, one cup of milk is going to give you 8 grams of protein rather than 4. So that's a way of getting more protein into you. And with the chocolate,
Oh,
you're boosting the calories.
thank
Make
you.
sure to
So
take 2 eggs a day.
yeah, the protein is what I'm not tracking. I will focus in like a laser on the protein and
Yes.
because I don't really have a problem with carbs. Carbs really now I did eat a piece of cake this morning, but it was a very thin slice, probably 150 calories. So,
Yeah. The protein wise, because of your kidney function, if you were not working out, etc., your requirement would be placed at 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram per day, right? So that would come to what you're eating now. Okay. But you work out, you're very physically active. So that sets an increase in the protein requirement as well as calorie requirement. I think for the calories, you're doing a pretty good job in terms of, making up for what you're expending when you do a detailed workout. But I think for the protein, you're not doing that. So what your body would end up doing is breaking down the protein for its calories.
okay. And that
You're not
makes
doing
sense because I don't focus on in fact, I mentally, I stay away from protein because I'm afraid of the gout.
Now, protein is for tissue building, and that's what you need for your muscle and bone.
Okay.
And God forbid, but if a person falls sick, and at that point you're not able to eat or drink, etc., and your metabolic needs are high because of illness, you're going to draw that nutrition for metabolic needs from your muscle and bone.
Okay.
So building that up, especially at this age, is very, very important.
Well, I'll get on that. So I'll do that. So I need your suggestion is 60 grams of protein. Now, fruits and vegetables, because I don't have a problem with diabetes or sugar. My sugar is somewhere around 85 or so.
So
It's
there are
never
some vegetables that are high protein, including beans and so on. Green peas are a very good source of protein.
I love peas. So I do eat beans, but not enough. I can make a conscious effort. I love green peas. That's my favorite
Yes.
vegetable and
So
broccoli
when
and
you
stuff.
up your protein, what you need to watch out for with your kidney function is phosphorus. But your phosphorus is fantastic. It's been in the normal range, so that's less of a worry. But as you optimize your nutrition, that would be something that you want to calibrate.
So phosphorus, I don't have a worry, but so the phosphorus is a balance with the protein. Is that an issue or no?
Yes, because phosphorus is present in all foods that have protein.
Oh, so as I increase my protein, my phosphorus is going to increase.
Then protein increase, yes.
And then I may have to get a supplement to get rid of the phosphorus.
Yes, but you're far from that, I think.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to concern myself with that. Just concentrate on the protein and try to balance, get my protein from like other vegetables or like peas and stuff like that.
Yes.
Egg whites.
This is not an absolute statement, but the risk of gout, respiratory gout, is much less with vegetable sources of protein
Okay.
than red meat. So you go to vegetable sources, white meat and red meat in terms of the increasing risk of precipitating a gouty attack.
Okay. All right. I can do that. I've never had anybody explain it to me that way. I'd already been on this if I'd have known.
Okay. No, in terms of bone, it kind of touches everything in your body. Everything in your body is involved with what happens to your bone. So having that awareness is important. You lose weight, you lose bone. You gain weight, you don't gain the bone back. So those are all things to keep in mind.
Say that again.
When you lose weight, you're going to lose bone,
Yes.
right? But when you gain back the weight, you're not going to gain back the bone.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes, because you and I at our ages, we are not going to make bone. That era has.
Oh,
over us.
that ship has already sailed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I don't tell you that as a doctor. It's common sense.
Yes.
All of us know it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I can just, what I'm doing at this point is holding the line and trying to keep deterioration. And I don't want to say this, but I'll say it anyway, because I can't help myself. There's probably people in worse off position than I am as far as bone goes, right?
Yes, like the lung transplant patient you talked about. Yes.
Yeah. So I can expect to not be like my current schedule of things that I do, I'm good, right? I can be
Yes.
okay.
But you certainly have a higher risk of fractures, and you want to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
When you're running in the outdoors, with the neuropathy and so on, you want to certainly be mindful.
Well, I've gone to running on turf. I started transitioning into turf about a week ago. That's why I think my foot's bothering me. The ligaments and the footfall is a little different with that neuropathy. So I think in time that's going to get better, but I've transitioned into um, a softer surface.
Okay. And if the foot continues to bother you, remember with the neuropathy, the bones over there can weaken even further. So make sure you see a foot doctor. You might need orthotics,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wear a brace right now. I wear a couple ankle braces to keep things tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I'm going to put these labs in at your convenience, earliest convenience, if you want to get to the Pikeville lab and get back to us that you've had your labs. Then once the results come in, I'll send you a MyChart message about what we have to do. And I'll set you up for a follow-up telehealth appointment, probably in a couple of months.
Cool. All right. Well, I will, I'll do what I need to do, whatever you tell me. And this is a different kind of thing, but I just have to tweak my diet a little bit. Maybe, right? Just tweak.
And then we'll see whether.
So I'm sorry, I had an interruption there. So just tweak my diet a little bit, get my protein up and keep everything relatively the same.
Yes.
All right. And the fruits ain't a big deal with me, right? I shouldn't have to worry about those because I do like grapes and things like that.
Right. Yeah. That should be fine.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate all of your information. I really do. And so I've learned a little bit. Maybe I'll be, I want to get myself as healthy as I can. I still love doing what I'm doing. And I'm looking forward to another transplant. Who knows when that'll be? I suspect sooner than later. And I want to go into it being as good as I can be.
No, totally. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay. Anytime, sir. You take care and we'll be in touch with scheduling.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye. Well, hell, I learned some stuff. Not bad, right? That's a little nerve-wracking. Another thing I got, but, I'm not worrying, so she wasn't that worried, like, I don't think I'm ready for a I I think she already did, Elizabeth. I don't think I'm ready for a let's eat. I don't think I'm ready for a walker yet, right? No walker, and, that sucks, but just a tweak. Um, so I gotta now count my protein, which I've always never done. So egg whites, green I love peas. Peas is about my favorite vegetable. That's what I just said. I got no, she says I'm probably at about 40. I need to be mindful and get 60 grams in, is what she said. That's what I heard. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right, Jasmine, but calories in, calories out, still a good measure. She asked me what my caloric intake was. I just gotta balance my calories. Well, there's some yeah. No, I'll look at them and see. That's the next thing I guess I'll do. Um, all right, guys, that was hopefully that was fun and educational. Yeah, and so, uh, I can add some stuff. If all I gotta do is I can't drink the Ensure. I just can't. I've tried it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll drink the Fairlife chocolate milk is what she suggested, I think. Yeah, so I'll do the Fairlife meal. Yeah, protein, um, extra protein cause you gout. But like she said, I can't do the protein shakes. I just can't do them. I've tried, I can't do them. So I'll adjust my diet. I'll include some green, you know, because I really don't have a Elizabeth, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I know what she's saying. So, it's just a matter of tweaking my diet. Olives and eggs are good. Uh, it was a horrible wreck. Yeah, it was bad. Well, I'll try the Fairlife. No, she didn't say that. Elizabeth, she did not say that. She said, "Get the Fairlife milk." That's what she said. But I'll look at the notes. She said the Fairlife milk. 60 grams of protein. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's protein milk, right, but it's not a shake, it's milk. I see it all the time, it's protein milk, I see it. Fairlife. Mm, okay, whatever, I'm not arguing. She said Fairlife, and I see that in the stores. Yeah, Marianne was in it, yeah. So, anyway, I'm gonna go help Anna now, guys. So not as bad as I thought. So we're good. I hope. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. You are calling it a protein. You are calling it a protein shake. When I see it in the store, it says Fairlife milk. It doesn't say protein shake. So, guys, thank you very much. I'm gonna go. Oh, was she right? Did she say? I didn't hear that. I heard Fairlife milk. Okay, never mind. I'm not understanding. I'm stupid. Alright, guys, thank you very much. I'm gonna get out of here. It's milk, right. I heard the milk. Well, you're calling it a shake. I'm calling it milk. Yeah. Alright, guys. Thank you.